What's up, guys? Let's get this going. It's been a week since I've been live because we got suspended. Getting TikTok up right now. Hope you're all doing well. Let's check the Discord. Premise 1, God the Father is the divine person who caused Mary to conceive. Premise 2, God the Son is numerically identical to God the Father. Premise 3, Jesus is numerically identical to God the Son. Premise 4, whoever causes a woman to conceive thereby impregnates that woman. Premise 5, Mary is the mother of Jesus, therefore Jesus is pregnant and Mary his own mother to be. What the fuck? So Captain Obvious just sent that. That's funny as shit. Welcome in, guys. I got to get it live on TikTok. Sorry, it's been so long. How you doing, Conscious? Liquid, Carrie, what's up, guys? How's it going? Captain, there you are, brother. I just read your premises out. That's that's funny as fuck, dude. I love that. Oh, man. All right. Come on, TikTok. What the hell? Load. I'm trying to get on TikTok. Hopefully we can get this up. Oh, there it is. Sweet. And then I gotta switch my monitor layout because right now I have to, like, my first monitor is in front of me, my second one's on my left, but I had to reset my graphics drivers and it reset my monitor balance, so they're like swapped, so I have to put my cursor to the right to make it go left. It's annoying. All right, let's go live on TikTok. Giddy tickety TikTok. Yeah, that's how the cool kids say it. Virtual, ka-chow, ka-chickity ka-chow. Go live. Da-da-ba-ba-da-ba. How's everyone doing? Haven't seen you guys in a minute. Hope you're all well. Go live, TikTok. Let's get this chat up on the screen. I know it's a late night stream. Window. Let's get that on there. Cool, cool, cool. All right, we are up. We are ready. I need to swap my monitors around. I'm just nervous about doing that. I don't want it to mess up. All right, we're live on TikTok. All righty. Cool, cool, cool. Missed you, Carrie. How you guys doing? What you got going on? Hey, Bun, what's up? Miss you guys, miss you guys. This is just a soda. It's just soda. That's all it is. What's up, Zero? How you doing, man? Missed you in your streams. I've had to go back to Ian and Justin's streams for a bit. Prefer yours. Oh, it's so sweet of you. I love you. Missed you too, brother. I've been doing, with the amount of philosophy I've been studying, I think, and especially with getting suspended every fucking other day. What's up, Will? I'm going to watch my tongue a hell of a lot more. Also, all of my friends in real life I've been interviewing, more or less. I'll get you up in a sec, Will. I've been basically interviewing them. Majority of them being theists. I've been haunting Blitz and Trust But Verify recently. Trust But Verify? I've never heard of Trust But Verify. Where's your buddy? I gotta say, God arguments are kind of boring at this point, but it's still nice to hear people's thoughts and, like, why they believe. So we're gonna do it a lot more chill. If there's something ridiculous, I'll still call it out, but I want to hear some people out for once. All right. Nobody has convinced you yet. Kate, there's no such thing as a logically sound argument, and there's no evidence for it. You know the argument. You know the argument, Kate. You got a different aura to you. Very interesting. All right, we got some requesters. Will, I'll get you in a few minutes. I want to get some calls going first. We got 3 requesters up in here. So Solo, we're gonna get you in Solo. Then we're gonna do Mike. Mike, you're a Philbro, correct? If I'm wrong, let me know. And then we have End of Spida. Let's get Solo in here first. Red Solo Cup.
What's the word, boss?
What's up, man? You over the age of 18?
Yes, sir.
Okay, which God do you believe in?
Jesus Christ.
All right, brother. What you got for me today? Have we spoke before? That sounded familiar.
Nah, man. This is my first time. This is my first day for real being on TikTok Live.
Cool, sure. All right, what you got for me today, brother?
Look, bro. So I want to say about the Bible. You don't believe in the Bible, right?
There's some truths to it, same as New York is a real place, but Spider-Man doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I got my Bible right in front of me, and I got the Quran in front of me too.
So do you believe in what God you believe in?
None. I'm an atheist.
Oh, all right. Okay. So when I say the Bible, it's like the Bible been changed so many times throughout the years, right? Exactly. And why? Because of the truth. There's truth.
Well, it's been translated, and then like King James fucked with it the most.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's truth within the Bible, and why does
there's also truth to Hogwarts? Like England exists. What's your point? Where's the truth to God?
That's not. No. We're not talking about movies. We're talking about real life.
We are talking about movies.
The truth. What's here today and what's going on today.
Right. So why are we talking about a mythology then? So I want you to demonstrate to me why I should believe in your God and why you believe in your God. Do you have any evidence for your God?
I want to say there's something out there. If you're not going to understand.
I don't believe there's any reasoning to even believe that there's something out there. The only reasoning I could find every
single day. Tell me, how do you live
breathing same as you?
No. But how do you keep yourself living?
My brain?
How do you keep yourself living?
My brain.
No.
And my organs?
No.
My heart pumps blood? I don't believe there's a spirit. Why should I believe there's a spirit?
Ooh, so you don't feel so like let's say I don't know if you're gonna get demonetized for this. Let's say somebody call you out your name or somebody disrespects you. So how do that make you feel?
Usually I don't give a crap.
No, I know that, but like before then, that you had this sense of self right now. Before then, I'm saying before you had this sense of self right now, like before you
I'm conscious, yes.
Yeah, fully aware and like developed. How old you is?
25.
Exactly. You're fully developed. So now that being said, before then, when somebody called you out your name or somebody made you feel some type of way as a kid or like, let's say 10, 8.
What's the point?
Just answer the question. I'm going to tell you.
You haven't asked a question. You're kind of
I'm saying like that somebody made you feel like you felt that, right?
Do I have feelings and emotions? Yes, it's called chemical reactions in the brain, serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, etc. What's your point? Where does God come into the picture? You're supposed to be arguing about God. Everyone has emotions. Everyone's alive. Your fucking heart works.
But it starts with the spirit.
Prove to me a spirit exists. Why should I believe a spirit exists? I live too. That is not a spirit. You feel things because you have touch, you have sight, you have smell. Congratulations. Where's the spirit?
Now look, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you a story. Can I tell you a story? A quick story. It's a quick story. It's not even.
What I'll do, I'll grant you this. I never accept stories on here. What I'll do is I'll grant you to hear the story, but I want you to make it quick, and then I'm going to critique it. Okay, I'm going to ask you questions about it. All right, I'm going to ask epistemic questions on how you know that this is true, et cetera, et cetera. So go for it. I'll give you 2 minutes?
Yes, sir. All right, I got you. It's not even gonna need that. So look, I went to a party back then. This was when I was like 15, 16. I was partying and stuff. I was with older people. So I went to a party with my cousin. After the party, it got shut down. We was going on the way to another party. So something in myself is like, I felt it. Like it just placed in my spirit. Like it's placed, like it made me shiver. So I said, hey, I don't feel right going to this party. And I feel like something's gonna happen. He's like, what you mean? I said, I just don't know. I ain't never felt like this. He said, because he know me. He know I'm not finna just say no crazy stuff. So I said, bro, I don't feel right. He said, all right, bet. When we got there, he said, by the time you roll this 1, 2, we can leave. I rolled and we left. After that, a minute after that part, we left at that party. The party got shot up. So with that being said, I was already believing in God and I was already walking in faith. So that, let alone, tells you a lot. Like, you cannot predict that. Like last night,
Okay, I want to interject here.
Yeah, you're good.
So when I'm walking alone at night, okay, and I come across an alleyway and I have a gut feeling to not go in there, is that my senses and subconscious, or is that a magical unicorn?
Senses. I say that.
Correct.
But if you
so
don't,
you go to this
but-
party, oh shit,
Yeah.
alcohol and drugs. No fucking shit, something could happen.
No, it wasn't even that much alcohol there. That's the fact.
You went to a party. You said you were a partier. Your entire emphasis in saying that was to explain that you were a partier saved by Christ. That was your entire purpose of that, correct? You're trying to tell me a little
I'm
bit of your
lukewarm.
testimony, correct?
I'm lukewarm.
Am I
Yeah.
wrong or correct? That was a little bit of your testimony. You used to be a partier, quote unquote, and then you were saved by
Yeah.
Christ, yes? So there was drugs and alcohol, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so your subconscious, your senses were able to say, there's most likely drugs and alcohol here. You probably noticed something off, people acting a little weird. Maybe you overheard somebody subconsciously, like you're walking around, someone's having a conversation, a street down, and you magically fucking hear, oh man, I'm going to shoot this, whatever the hell you heard. And then it comes up.
Right there.
It's your gut, it's your instincts, it's your subconscious picking up on micro expressions, people saying things. Your subconscious is picking up that you're not consciously picking up at the moment, but you're still processing it in your brain, in your subconscious. So why should I believe that was a spirit?
Now look, with that being said, I had a girlfriend at this time, and I went to the party with her. And I didn't drink at this time because I had a broken leg at this time. So I wasn't really drinking nor smoking. So with that being said, I didn't hear that going on because everybody just left because the police pulled up.
Sure.
So we was all chilling. So I'm with my girl the whole time, recording TikToks and everything. So I didn't hear that. Everybody left. When everybody left, it was just me and my cousin in the parking lot.
You just said two things. The cops were already there.
Yeah, so they was there, but
So
I'm
you did
saying
know something.
everybody left.
Everybody
party
left. Cops were there.
There's always a soon because, like, you know, the party go on for a little bit, then the police pull up. You know how that
Not
goes.
always, but cops are there. Of course, your senses are going to go ding, ding, ding. Something's wrong.
No, we went to 2 parties this day, boss. That's what I'm saying. This was the first party. We was on the way to the second one in the Uber.
Okay.
I didn't hear nobody say they was gonna shoot it up. Nor it was just a get together. Everybody knew everybody and everything. So like we was chilling. So that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't hear that.
Brother, gut feelings. So can you tell me, let's make it a little simpler. Can you tell me without a doubt that you have tested and you know for a fact that it was not your senses, that you did not observe something, overhear something, see something?
Yes.
You know for a fact it was a spirit, your
And
spirit.
look, I'm gonna tell you this. I doubted God many times.
I don't give a shit. I asked you a question. You know for a
Why
fact it
you
was
gotta
your
be
spirit.
like that though? That's what I'm saying. Yes, it's a fact.
How do
But
you
why-
know
don't
that
have
it
to
was?
be like
How
that,
do you
brother.
know
Like,
that it was your spirit?
Because I tested it.
How'd you test
It was
it?
number one. Like I said, I was 15, 16. I was in a dark place.
I said, how'd you test it? Not more testimony.
I'm telling you how I tested it. I was in a dark place.
Don't care. How'd you
I
test
had
it?
2 businesses. I
Don't
had 2
care.
businesses.
How'd you test it?
All right, for sure. Since you want to be like that, asshole. Let's
I
go.
don't give a fuck
So
about your
look.
testimony. I care about
Yeah,
the
cool.
evidence and lack of for our God.
But a person with understanding, they will understand. So look.
I
Boom.
don't.
Okay, let me tell you. If you don't give a shit, let me tell you then. All right, bet.
No, I don't
said-
give a shit. As in,
the
I
only
don't
thing
want to
I
hear it,
said-
and neither do any of my viewers.
Okay, look.
I
So
want
look,
the evidence.
I-
You
I
said you
tested this.
tested
I got
it.
you the evidence. I got you the evidence right now.
Okay.
All I said was, show me the truth. Let me walk in faith. I don't know what to do with these businesses, and show me what I need to do. That's all I said. From this day forward, my life has changed. From that day forward,
How did
have
you
not.
test to know that your
That's
spirit
testing.
was telling you a place was about to get shot up?
It's dropped in my spirit. It's
How
just there.
did you
It's a
test
feeling.
this, and how do you know that it's a spirit?
It's a feeling.
Feelings are chemical reactions, dopamine, oxytocin, etc.
If
How did
if
you
don't
test
have
it?
no thought of a
How
shooting or
did-
anything,
How did you test it to know that it was a spirit? All you're telling me is your feelings told you something was off. Congratulations, that's natural,
It's
not
not.
spiritual.
he said you need locking up. What the fuck, bro? It's just I feel like though for those that just don't know the spiritual, like this shit's real, bro.
That's a
Like
claim.
that
Prove
shit's
it.
real, bro. Spiritual shit, dude.
Prove
One
it.
day,
That's a claim. I have a
bet.
unicorn in my
I bet.
backyard, dude. Did you know that?
You said a spirit.
No, I have a unicorn in my backyard right now. Like a literal magical pink fluffy unicorn with a mane.
Cap. You know it doesn't exist.
Prove me wrong. You
It
see
was
how
there.
stupid this is? Okay, I'm the one making the claim. It's my job to prove to you that I have a unicorn.
But
You're
we're
the
not
one
using truth. Though.
You're the one
We're
making.
not using truth.
You're right. You're not
We're
using truth.
just
You don't
dumb
know how to
logic.
use truth. You don't know how logic works. Provide me a syllogism that proves that your story is true. You don't know what
just
logic
already
is.
told you.
You have no clue what
I already
logic is.
told you.
Here is logic. This is a sound, true argument. All men are mortal. All men are mortal. Socrates is a man. Therefore, Socrates is mortal. Do you agree or disagree with this?
Yes.
Why? Because all men die. Socrates is a man. Therefore, he dies. Therefore, he's mortal, right? Here's an unsound. I have a cat. All cats are black. Therefore, my cat has to be black. Is this true or not true?
Why are we talking about cats?
We're
we talking
missing
about
data.
spirits, bro.
So that's why it's not true. It's not true because there's no data. We did not test all the cats. We don't have all the information to know that all cats are black, let alone that my cat is black. You have to have the data to say something is true. You are making a claim that you had feelings in your fifis, said that this is going to happen. It coincidentally happened. Therefore, God did it. No, motherfucker. All you know is the flying spaghetti monster did it. Voldemort is real. Like, no, that's stupid. How do you know that it's
But
true?
You have to have experience, though.
Your
Like,
experience,
you
you
have to
can't
have
even
experience.
explain, describe, or test or demonstrate your experience to be true.
I did. I did multiple times.
Okay,
It's
so
with them
how?
walking through every day to
So
day.
I walk every day to day too. There's no God. So how did you test that this
For
experience
you
is
though,
a spirit?
because you don't believe him. If you look, let's say this. Look, I want in the sense of not knowing anything and just you're just doing shit. You have these things like, oh, I like to do this. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. That's yourself. You have free will.
I don't even know if I
But
believe in free will, by the way.
you do.
That's a claim.
You do.
That's a claim.
But
Prove it.
why can we not do everything that we want to do because
You
of
can.
laws? You can't. Laws. You can't do what you really want to do. If you really want to hit that person, you'll know you'll get a first offense.
You can hit them.
You'll get assault.
Are you arguing
Both.
for or against free will? You just
It's
said we have
both
free
sides.
will. If we have free will, we can
Yes,
hit that
we
person.
do. But why? Because
But also,
people
how
are
do you
in
know that
charge of
you
us.
actually have the power to do that? Maybe your brain made the decision before you even thought of it. You ever thought of that? Neurology has actually showed that in a recent study. So again, I don't know if I believe in free will or not. That doesn't dictate whether a God is real or not. God could exist without free will. Doesn't fucking matter.
It's the
I want evidence
it's
for
the
God.
world, boss. Do you think all this shit is fucked up because of what? Us.
Yeah, congratulations. There's no devil.
We don't have free will because of us.
That, again, another claim, and that's a stupid claim. We don't have a skateboard because of us. What? What? That was nonsensical as fuck.
Bro,
Provide
because of
evidence for God.
governments? Because of politics? Don't you
So
think
now
that
you're a
shit's stupid?
conspiracy theorist. Yeah, of course.
No, I'm
Some
not.
are stupid.
I'm not. I don't care about all of that, to be honest. I do what I want day to day.
Okay, so where's your evidence for God?
You have to experience. I have faith. It's within
Faith, by literal definition, even in accordance with Hebrews, is belief without evidence. Again, there is no evidence for
me.
God.
It's in the
and you just
Bible,
concluded
boss.
that.
If you really read, bro,
You're
will
right.
act
If you
like
really actually read
it's
your
learns you
Bible,
about life.
like I have
Bible
read my
is about
Bible,
the life.
if you have read your Bible, like I have read my Bible multiple times, you would know too that the Bible very strictly states faith is how you believe.
Exactly.
It also tells you that getting wisdom in the world is dumb and you're a fool, which is fucking contradictory as shit.
Wisdom is never that.
Yeah. You've never read your Bible. Awesome. So, where's your evidence for God? What's up, Nate?
You can't see God, right? But can you see energy, right?
Yeah, you
need
can
to
test
eat every
energy.
day. But
How did you
but can
test God?
see it? I'm
You
just
can
giving
see
an
the
example.
effects of energy, dipshit. How do you see and test God?
You just a dickhead, bro. I'm not even. But I'm
I
not
am an
talking to you
asshole.
no
I
type of
want
way,
you to provide
and I'm not
evidence for
gonna talk
God.
to you no type of way because that's not how I'm feeling
I
right
don't
now.
give a
You know,
shit.
I
Where's
just
your
want to
evidence for
talk
God?
to you
I
as
don't
a
give a
normal
fuck.
person,
I don't give a fuck how
and
you
that's
treat me.
cool.
I
I
genuinely couldn't
appreciate
care
it.
less. Where's your evidence for God?
And these your followers, bro. They're talking to you as you're treating me as some type of way, bro.
They don't matter at this point in time. It's me and you talking about whether there's evidence for God or
Yeah,
not. Do you
but I'm
have
just
evidence for
saying.
God?
But at the end of the day, bro, you should want to treat somebody with decency, bro. Like as you want to be treated. I
Me
don't like.
saying
I
you're
don't know
dumb as
what you
shit,
like. I don't know
explaining
what you've
why
been
you're
through, bro.
dumb,
I don't
and
know
then
what
you
you've been through,
complaining like a
bro.
little bitch boy. Like, just provide the evidence.
I'm just letting you know something, bro. I'm just
Right
letting you
now,
know.
you're
I don't
crying
give
like
a
a
fuck how
baby.
you talking to me.
I
To be
want you to
honest,
provide evidence for God.
I'm just
If you
saying,
don't
like
care, then stop
as a
whining.
man would
If
need
you
to be
don't care, then
self-controlled.
stop whining. If you don't care, stop
I'm
whining and
not.
provide
I'm just
evidence.
saying.
You're whining like a baby.
All right, bet you want evidence.
I said you're
So
dumb
bad.
because
Read
of
your
X, Y,
Bible.
and Z, and read yours,
Read if
bitch.
you read your Bible, that means
Oh,
you'll walk in
have
faith.
you read your Bible? Okay, Genesis 1:1 says what?
I don't read my Bible like that.
No shit.
Why? Why? Because I'm lukewarm.
No shit.
And then
What a
like every
shock.
single
We're
day,
all surprised. I don't give a fuck. Where's your evidence for God? You just said read your Bible and you'll believe
I
in God. I
tested
read
it,
my
bro.
Bible and
It's
I'm an atheist.
living day to day, bro.
Living day to day
Look,
proves God
I'm gonna
how.
tell you this.
Living day to day
Every
proves
single
God
day,
how.
I had every time I just had a problem, bro. I just had a problem.
How does living
And you
day
know
to
what?
day prove God?
Bro, when you live day to day, right? It's certain things that happens.
Like what? Name it.
Let's say, like me, I have a business. I think about giving up on the business. Look,
don't care.
I know you don't give a fuck, but it's a fucking example. Listen.
What about the business?
So look, as the business, I don't believe in that business like that. But every single day that I walk through and I talk to people and I explain my business and they tell me, hey, your business is actually great. You need to start
That
this.
means you're smart. Where does God come into play? You keep on bringing up your testimony. You're not bringing up God.
You cannot relate to me if you don't
Dude,
have a relationship.
all you have done, this entire conversation, all you have done is explain that you're a business owner, tell me that you have faith and zero evidence, and then your explanation for me to believe in God is to have magical faith pulled out of my asshole. Where's the evidence for God? Faith is literally, by definition, belief
we literally
without
cannot
evidence.
say Jesus.
By literal
in the music industry, you cannot say Jesus.
I'm sorry, shut the fuck up. By literal definition, faith means belief without evidence. Faith is stupid. You are dumb to have faith. It's stupid. It is to believe something without evidence. Do you know what indoctrination means? Spreading a belief uncritically. To have faith is to be uncritically believing something. That means you are indoctrinated. Where's the evidence for God?
Like I was saying, man. You throw me off. I was saying, but shit. Wow. Yes, I hear that. I see the people in the comments. Yes, I have.
Ignore the comments, dude.
Yes.
Talk to me.
No. I'm on both sides, bro.
I'm ignoring the comments.
Everybody perspective.
I talk to the comments when I'm not talking to you. I'm giving you my full attention right now.
Okay. So like I was saying, like, bro, it's in the sense of like having that relationship, bro. Like if you can't have that if you can't look at me eye to eye and have an understanding, like, okay, he believed this because XYZ, this happened.
Your reasoning for believing in God is because you experienced things that you could not explain, and that made it make sense to believe in a God because after praying, you coincidentally had something happen. Therefore, your reasoning justifies the belief. That is not proof. That is not truth. I want the evidence. Your experience, untested, is not evidence for anything. I get your reasoning, but your reasoning is not sound, even in accordance with reasoning and logic.
Like damn, bro, you getting me confused in this whole. Like I have my reasons for a reason, bro.
Reasoning is okay when it is justified. For instance, let me explain something to you. I practice witchcraft based on the reasoning that when I do X, Y, and Z, when I do X, Y happens. My reasoning is justified in the actual psychology, not in magic. Why? Because there's no evidence for magic and supernatural. So if I do a money jar spell, okay, I have a jar here, wax sealed with money in it. My reasoning for it is that when I look at it, it keeps my subconscious, it's on my desk. So subconsciously, It is there in my sight, in my peripherals, every time I walk by my desk. That makes me see money-making opportunities. Like when you're going to buy a car and all of a sudden the car magically shows up everywhere you're at. You're driving down the road. Oh my God, that's the car I want to buy. Oh my God, there's that car again. Oh, over and over and over. Okay, it's a priming effect. Thank you, Kate, if you're still in here. That's not magic. But that's my reasoning for believing that when I do this and I put money and herbs in a jar, I seal it up with wax, I'm doing a ritual, that's psychology, that's placebo and priming, that now the psychology behind it makes X, Y, and Z happen. My reasoning is sound. It's based in science. I can explain it, I can demonstrate it, I can test it, I can scrutinize it, you can scrutinize it, and it will still hold up because it is true. You're saying I went to a party, I had a gut feeling that something was going to happen, and something happened, is not evidence for anything at all.
Boss, it's not just a gut feeling, bro. It's, you know how people have, like, bro, I
Prove
can't really explain too much, bro, because there's a lot of things that can go into play.
That's because you have faith, not proof.
I have proof for sure.
Then prove
Like I
it.
said, he work in my life every single day.
No, you have experiences and you have a confirmation bias that every time something good happens, God did it. You have never tested
I didn't
anything.
even know it happened.
You have no idea how to test it. You have no idea how to scrutinize it. You don't know how logic works. You don't know how philosophy works. You don't even know your own Bible. You have no clue what you're doing, thinking,
Like
we're talking
I said,
about.
I'm lukewarm, boss, and he's perfecting me.
And
every
you just
single day, bro.
proved me correct. You are lukewarm. You
and-
don't know what you're talking about. You've never read the
I
Bible.
do. I definitely do.
You do? Cool.
do.
Genesis 1:1.
I read that Bible before.
Wonderful. Genesis 1:1. The very first fucking sentence of the entire Bible. What is it?
I know it's God created the heavens and earth.
There you go.
That's
Genesis 1:14, day 4, is going to be God created the sun, moon, and stars. That is false, bud. How do I know that? Dating. That's carbon dating, correct, Evan?
Hold on. How you say, bro? What you mean that's false?
Pardon? Carbon dating is not how we prove the Earth. We use
Which dating is it?
uranium-238 dating.
Okay. So we can
I've
explain
read that.
and
Who's
demonstrate.
this?
This is
I'm
my
an
co-host,
I'm an
Evan.
evolutionary biologist.
Oh, what's up, boss man?
So
What's up, man?
Evan can explain it better than I can, but we have evidence. And if you'd like to hear how we can explain this, he can go more in depth than I can. But when I look at the age of the earth, when I look at humans and evolution, when I look at all these things, I test it. We test it. The scientists test it. They peer review, push out papers, and publish them that we can read, look at, demonstrate, scrutinize, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We can fucking.
So why is Trump sacrificing babies?
Dude, I didn't fucking vote for that
He's a fucking
douchebag
evil
orange
piece of shit, that's
Cheeto.
why? 'Cause
Why,
he's an evil
like,
piece of shit,
bro,
that's why.
Why is like that?
You just went from God to fucking politics, dude. What the fuck? Anyways,
Bro,
Earth.
I'm
Genesis
just
1.
seeing its examples, nigga.
Shh. The Bible says that the earth is older than the sun.
That don't
That
shit
is
me like my
false.
dog, boy.
I will shush whoever the fuck I want. When you want to be
But
able to
what I
not,
just said,
when
though.
you want to have control over people, start your own. I'm not going to talk about politics right now. We were in the middle of talking about something. That's called the red
don't fuck
herring
with politics
fallacy.
like that?
That's called the red herring fallacy. When I'm bringing up a point or an argument and you switch it to another topic, that's called a
No, I'm just
fallacy.
saying you don't like politics. Like I stop talking about it.
The Bible says the earth is older than the sun. Brother, we know, thanks to a lot of testing, including what Evan just said, that that's not even close to true. The earth was formed in major helps thanks to the sun. We have the age, very approximate, of both ages of the sun and the earth.
Yeah.
The earth is younger. The Bible says otherwise. The Bible is false. Why would I trust it?
Because it teaches you the way of life, the spirit.
Name something. And I'll tell you which
Damn,
religion
if
it came
you know
from
the
first.
Bible, I shouldn't have to name you anything.
You're the one with the claim that God exists and the Spirit is true. You're the one that has to back it, and you have the burden of proof. It is not my job to teach you your religion. It is your job to argue for your God.
I'm arguing by telling you he's real.
By the way, I grew up as a Messianic Jew. My dad is a pastor. I grew up as a Messianic Jew / Christian. I know
And
the
yes,
Bible
I
better
do
than you.
believe
Majority of
churches-
atheists know the Bible better than you. That's why so many atheists
Yeah,
are
of
atheists, because
course.
they read the Bible and they realized how fucking stupid and horseshit it is.
Yeah.
I grew up in a
It
corrupt
has
church
a
too,
lot
bro.
of both. It has both a lot of like internal. It has hundreds of internal and external contradictions.
Yes.
Like-
Jeebus also in chat just said Buddhism teaches you better morals than the Bible. Yeah. The Bible is, first of all, one of the newest fucking religions. Christianity, it's a new religion.
It's not.
The Ten Commandments
been.
are borrowed
It
from
been
so
in
many
Rome.
other
It's been
religions.
since Rome.
Brother,
It been since
your
Rome.
gods, Yahweh. That's a fucking another god from another pantheon.
Solo,
Bro, it's a
Judaism
different
is
name.
Literally.
even
No,
Rome.
it's literally the
Jesus is another
exact
term
same.
for Yahweh, bro.
Solo,
It's literally-
Jay.
Yeah, what's the word, bro?
Rome is older than Judaism.
Exactly.
Christianity comes from Judaism. If Rome is older than Judaism, then Christianity cannot be older than Rome.
I want to know why, like, bro, obviously throughout the years, the Bible been changed and been corrupted.
I'm not talking about
If
changing. You can also go and read the Greek and Hebrew.
Yeah, we're talking about the Bible is quite young. The
Yeah.
Christianity is quite a young religion. I mean, the oldest religion recorded.
But how is it a
in-
young
is
religion, though?
Hinduism. In comparison to Hinduism, let's say Hinduism, I think, is written down 4,000 years old.
Yeah, cream soda.
It's the oldest written religion.
So why did they take books out the Bible, like the Book of Enoch?
Dude,
Because
there's
of-
so many books. That's the Apocrypha. By the way,
That's what I'm saying.
some religions still have it in. Christianity is one fucking. There are. Oh shit! I forgot the number. 45,000 denominations of Christianity, dude. 1,000. Each one of these thousands, each individual person has multiple interpretations in their own eyes, recreating entirely new attributes and characteristics of said same quote unquote God. There are billions of your Christian belief system, billions of interpretation. You are not special. Your religion is not special. The majority of the Bible is copy and
I'm
paste from
definitely
other
special,
gods.
boss.
For instance, the fucking flood is
You're
stolen
not gonna
straight
tell
from.
me I'm not special, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You don't know me from a can of paint, man, and I'm finna be one of the biggest, bro. So you can't tell me I'm not special, bro. And I know what I do on a day-to-day basis.
Listen, the psychology you have is very good. I'm not arguing that. When I say you're not special, I'm saying you and your religion and your belief
No,
system
it's-
is
bro.
not special. It is when I say special, I'm saying not unique. It's not.
You think you just living? So where do you think you go after this shit?
There's no evidence that we go anywhere except for nowhere.
So
Your consciousness
let's say
is
theoretically,
an
let's say
emergent
you
property
die
of your
and
brain.
have a
When you
spirit.
die,
Let's say-
consciousness goes away. All energy cannot be created nor destroyed. When you die, your energy doesn't go
And what
anywhere
did God say in
except
that
for in the
Bible then?
ground. What does what does Spider-Man say happens when you get bit by a
Dude,
radioactive
that's
spider?
a fucking movie.
Congrats,
We're talking
you're
about
talking
real
to-
damn life.
No, you're
Stop
not.
putting
No,
shit together.
you're not.
With false with real.
Spider-Man and fucking Santa
If you
Claus
wanna
say
tru-
that there's
if you wanna
magical
speak the
beings.
truth,
Dude, you gotta
speak
chill.
what's living every day that you know, like that.
Evan,
happens,
if you want
got
to take the rest
Bible
of
in
this,
your
you
goddamn
can.
fucking home.
I'm
So
done
So
with him.
obviously you know.
Okay.
If you've been in that church, that means you know, and you already know they changed that Bible. So why you
Well,
should
yeah,
live
but
in
you
faith?
read the original Greek and Hebrew doesn't make it
Hey.
any more true.
You don't even trust the Bible, and yet you believe it. How fucking contradictory is that? The Bible is true, but it's been rewritten and fucked with. You sound stupid.
Exactly. That means you go find.
That means
the
you're
truth
dumb. So how
That
did
means
you
you go
find
find the
truth?
truth.
Where did it come from? How did you test it? And how do
by
you know
looking
it?
up shit.
Looking
by
up
going
shit on
around.
what? How? Where? When? Why?
The Wikipedia, nigga. It's so many.
Wikipedia? Wikipedia!
I didn't say Wikipedia.
You didn't say, okay, shh, 1 sec. Wikipedia! Evidence that we go anywhere. You get bit by a radioactive.
No.
Okay.
If you've been in that church, that means you know. Hey, bro, don't, hey.
The Bible is true, but
Hey,
it's
stop
been
all this.
rewritten and fucked with. You sound stupid.
Exactly. That means you go find.
That means you're dumb. So how
That
did
means
you
you go
find
find
truth?
Bro, you
Where
can't-
did
bro,
it
you
come
can't-
from? How did you test it and how do
by
you know
looking
it?
up shit.
Looking
by
up
going
shit on
around.
what? How? Where?
Oh,
When? Why?
The Wikipedia, nigga.
You just said Wikipedia. Don't fucking lie to me on my own stream. I have receipts, bitch. Don't ever try that again. Do not fucking gaslight me on my own goddamn stream. Oh, he left.
I officially have my evolutionary biology degree. So. Yeah.
What?
My bachelor. Yeah.
Yo,
and
W's
that's
for Evan in chat.
Now the only thing is for the paleontology bachelors, and then I'm officially committed to get my masters.
You have? Are you
Officially committed.
Princeton, correct? Still?
It's still Princeton, yeah. So yeah,
if you
it's,
guys go on ahead and explain who you are. If you guys want to talk evolution
Yeah.
as well, Evan is
I'm
more than happy.
Hi, I'm Evan. I'm a evolutionary biology and paleontology student. I have 2 bachelors, one in veterinary medicine and one in evolutionary biology. Just recently, I'm working towards my bachelor's in paleontology. I currently am at Princeton, but I was at ASU for a year and a half before getting accepted back to Princeton. My first schooling was at Hartpury University in England, in Britain, and then I now working for my master's in evolutionary biology, and I'm finishing up my bachelor's in paleontology. So, it's a very good school. Horrible food though.
Ravis says the same.
Ravis said the same, and I was like, it can't be that bad. I love potatoes. Shut up. Shut up. I love potatoes.
All right. Who do you? So here's the order. We got. I see all you guys saying, "Let me up." We got. I love potatoes. Jazzy, Nate, FYP, Yaya. That's the order so far. If I haven't said your name, it's because you're below them. We're gonna get potatoes in first and go from there.
Oh my gosh, finally.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Evidence. I seen the clip with you and KB. Why did you let KB Crusader slam you?
Cool.
You
What was
saying
his
mom-
argument?
Modal ontological argument.
Cool.
was
Use it
anything
for
possible.
pizza.
No, I don't want to.
Okay. Cool. So you don't know what you're
No,
talking
I
about.
don't want to.
What's up, Jazzy? Am I too loud, by the way? Hearing that back on YouTube made me realize that it sounds like my mic is really loud.
Am I in
Yeah,
here?
it's also
Yo,
you were yelling, dude.
what's
That's
up, bro?
All right, what is up, Jazzy? How you doing, brother?
All right, so what I've seen is a lot of dudes be coming in here, right? And they're asking you to share respect. I also want to ask you that, but I've noticed that they're not giving you much respect for what they're asking for. So the first, I want to set some things down. You said that Christianity came from Judaism, correct?
That's what my current knowledge is. Seeing as, well,
Jesus was
actually,
a Jew.
Jesus was Jewish, and a lot, and the Old Testament is the Hebrew. Fuck.
All right.
Well, it's the Judah. It's
Always too loud.
fuck.
right, I'll turn
wait,
it
no,
down.
Judaism has a specific name for it. Goddamn.
There we go. How's this audio?
Good.
What
Oh,
were you
wait,
saying?
shit. What's the name of the Hebrew Bible?
Torah.
Torah. That's what the fucking hell.
Genesis,
The Old Testament.
Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy.
A lot and Genesis. I'm pretty sure. Well, the old
That's the first one I said.
yeah. I didn't hear you. Sorry. But I mean the Old Testament is based off of the Torah. You know, word for word, a lot of it. So I'd say it is originally branched off of Judaism. Same way we branched off of apes. You know.
Smooth.
All right, so Judaism, they believe that they still have a savior coming to them, correct?
Yeah, that's why I say it branched off.
So why is it so hard to believe that Jesus is the savior that's been awaiting the Jewish people?
Yeah, what evidence do you have for it?
What did you say?
Yeah, what evidence do you have that Jesus is the Messiah?
Well, there's thousands and thousands of historical scriptures from other sources, multiple
one.
different sources.
Give one.
Huh?
That's a eyewitness account, I should say, a contemporary source.
Is it Pilate? There's one.
That's not
We
contemporary.
don't know if Pilate. I don't think we know if Pilate wrote that one. I know he did. He did write his authorship, but it was not contemporary.
Pilate
He's not-
didn't actually write it himself. But Pilate. One sec. I'm double checking myself before I say this. No. Pontius Pilate governed Judea 26 to 36 AD. The time Jesus has been executed 30-33. No record of Pilate writing about Jesus.
Well, there's lab records from about 40 years ago. They found blood in not Israel. Hold on.
Are you talking about the
We're not
what
talking
is it?
about the shroud.
Catholic?
are you?
I'm talking about the blood sample that only had chromosomes from the
Eucharistic?
mother.
You're talking about the Eucharist miracle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Catholic Church is not allowing anyone
So
to study
here's the
it.
thing. There is evidence that they have a blood sample. They don't have any evidence of where it comes from, who it was. They claim that it could have been Jesus. There's no evidence for it. We don't have Jesus's blood to test that. B, the argument is that it turned that from bread. There's also no evidence for that. It's a claim.
That's a claim. All right.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you. What do you believe personally?
I'm an atheist.
So am I.
Evan? Evan's an atheist.
All right.
We both would consider ourselves natural empiricists. I have recently pretty hardcore also subscribed when it comes to reasoning for belief systems. I've also subscribed to what's called phenomenal conservatism, but that is nonetheless, you still require a lot of empiricism for specific beliefs. If you make a claim about reality, something that should be or could be tested, I'm going to expect empirical demonstration.
Okay, so how do you believe the Earth came into existence?
Gravity.
All right, my field.
Have at it.
Gravity.
Well, short answer is what formed the solar system was a star exploding. Basically
Where'd that star
stars,
come
okay?
from? Where'd that
star
star
came
come from?
Are we gonna just go back to the Big Bang?
The Big Bang? Sure, let's do it.
Look at
Big
you,
Bang
Evan. You're
comes from
learning.
hot
I'm
dense
so
state.
proud of you. Holy shit.
Yeah. Hot dense state is what caused the Big Bang. What caused that? We don't know. It's in
What-
to quote
what did you
Neil
say?
Ti- to
What
quote-
caused
to quote, what? The hot dense
understood.
state expanding is what caused the Big Bang. Or the expansion of the hot dense state was the Big Bang and is the Big Bang because it's still happening.
So I have a question. You believe that this was just always here? That the things that caused the Big Bang? Is that correct?
I
to
mean,
assume?
No.
I'm agnostic
So,
on that.
the energy existed, yes. Certain other matters came about. All the ingredients were there, is the best way to say it. All the ingredients were there for all these things to be. But it
So
didn't
where do you think
always
they came
exist. Where did it all come? Well, energy can't be created. Do you have evidence that it could? That's the first law of thermodynamics. If you have evidence for that, please publish a peer-reviewed paper and be more famous
That
than
is a
Einstein.
good question right there.
Yeah, if you prove that, then you'll be more famous and richer than any human being on planet Earth ever in all of history.
Yeah. Well, or you'll get assassinated by old companies.
Wow, that's inviting.
That hey, there's two potentials. Either you make infinite energy and you get really rich, or you get killed by oil companies.
So my main question is going back to this matter of the Big Bang Theory. If
Can I pause
energy
you?
cannot be created, go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off like this, but the reason we believe in the Big Bang Theory is because of cosmic microwave background radiation. We can literally observe and demonstrate it. You have no
but-
demonstration for God making it, though.
I mean, maybe God created the Earth through the Big Bang Theory.
Sure,
I
there you
just
go.
struggle to
But
believe.
why should I believe that?
Well, how does all these everything
Perfect?
perfectly came into
Name
play
one perfect thing.
Well, for starters, if we were slightly closer to the sun,
False.
it'd be very
We change
hot.
5 million miles, is it? Every
Yeah,
single year
I think
between the sun, the
it's-
distance?
The average is 93 million miles,
Yeah.
but we change about for we within that range of from 93 million miles, we diverge 2.5 miles in either direction.
Yeah, the distance between us and the sun changes drastically every year.
But because
But
the
we
sun's
don't.
so big and so hot. it
So,
doesn't affect
do you
us
want to
that
name
much.
another perfect thing? Maybe the way we breathe in the same hole that we eat, because that's so perfect that people die daily from it.
Yeah.
How about the fact that you die from breathing oxygen? That's why you age. How about the fact that if you jump too high, you die? How about the fact that if you go in space, you die? How about the fact that if you eat the wrong plant, you die? How about the fact that if you reach out to a random ass fucking animal, you die? How about the fact that if you don't breathe, you die? How about the fact everything kills you? Water kills you. The
Yeah.
thing you need to live kills you. Everything. No, it's not perfect. The fuck? If God was the engineer for this, he should be fired.
God, well, I'm not exactly telling you you're wrong here, but in God's blueprint, nothing is supposed to be perfect
blueprint?
except for the Messiah and Himself.
Says who? The Bible doesn't agree with you.
Says the Bible doesn't agree with me. He
No,
didn't say
Genesis.
that man would be created in His image and
Yeah,
strive to be
therefore
that way.
perfect. In Genesis, he made all things good.
But
So
he
how did he fuck it
also
up? So
stated-
God is so incapable of critical thought that he made everything good and then allowed someone to fuck it up, and he had no foreknowledge of
Yeah.
it.
Which is contradictory on himself, seeing as it's. I mean, actually, I don't know if it is stated that he's all-knowing. Is it?
Well, the serpent isn't Satan.
Yeah, no, I know that. But
Oh,
is,
what's
is
the
God
serpent then?
all-knowing?
I don't know what the serpent is. The Bible only says that it's a serpent. Simply doesn't call it
No.
any name. Not
the
Gadriel.
deceiver.
Not a deceiver. Congratulations. You're a deceiver. I'm a deceiver. Evan's a deceiver. Every person you've ever met has been a deceiver in their entire life. I don't give a fuck. By the way, you believe a snake can talk?
Or that at one point snakes
Had legs.
yeah, at one point they did actually.
Then the Bible said that Jesus, or not Jesus, God, well, there is one, as the Bible is, but that they no longer have legs because of
That's a
the
claim.
events that happened in Genesis.
which is fun, but here's the thing: if it still has legs, it's not a snake. So one of the main classifications for being a snake is that you have no functioning limbs.
No functioning limbs? Wait, I don't understand
that-
what you're trying to say.
Oh, then it wasn't, because if it had legs, it was not a snake.
Yeah, let me
Well-
read it. Here's the definition of a snake: a long, limbless reptile.
Wait, I'm gonna go open my Bible app real quick so you won't be able to hear me.
Okay. I mean, this sounds like a pretty good conversation.
This is pretty good. I
like not him. a map.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah.
The fall of man. Now the serpent was more crafty, so it calls him a serpent before he lost his legs. That's Genesis 3. I beat him. Ha! Get a physical Bible.
Snakes are just worms that went to the gym. Yep, absolutely. That's totally the evolutionary line of snakes.
Can I just?
Is from
I
worms.
want to point something out. God arguments are so fucking stupid and simple that I can drink alcohol. I mean, I can allegedly drink alcohol and still win a God argument.
I was like,
No, I'm drinking chocolate milk.
Yep, totally drinking chocolate milk.
It's Friday,
And
bro.
I am around a campfire. That's why there's smoke around me.
All right.
All right, what were you gonna say, brother?
All right, hold on, I'm back. Chocolate milk, that's all I heard.
Yeah, chocolate milk.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and I'm by a campfire. That's why there's smoke around me.
Anyways, so I have a question for you.
Sure.
If you were, say you're in a room with 50 people and there's a little glass window and you're at the back of the line and everyone's looking through the window and they're looking at something behind the window and 30 people went and you and the rest of the people who did not go, if they all told you there was one thing behind the window, would you believe it?
Yes. I would want to test
Okay,
it, but I would. The majority of me would be like, "Oh my god, that must be there," but let me go see for myself and test it. If it's something like, I mean, it depends on the claim. Like, if someone says there's a guy with a gun shooting everyone, I'm gonna fucking believe it and run. But if someone says that there's a fucking Superman flying, I'm not gonna believe him.
Me neither, to be fair.
Yeah,
But-
so it depends on the claim.
Yeah, I guess it's based on your
You ever heard
philosophy.
it? So Carl Sagan made a good one with this. He said, extravagant claims require extravagant evidence. So if I tell you, if
Extraordinary.
someone tells you that,
Extraordinary.
yeah, extraordinary, sorry. If someone tells you that they're a good person, you don't need fucking 35,000 years of evidence for that. But if someone tells you that fucking dinosaurs roam the earth, you're going to need 35,000 years of evidence.
So wait, do you not believe in dinosaurs? Is that what
No,
you're
I
saying?
do. I'm just saying, like, the more extravagant, like, dinosaurs don't exist now. People exist. Someone saying that they are, what did I say? People saying that they are good people. That's less of a claim than saying that creatures 30 feet tall existed. You need more evidence.
And we have that evidence. That's the thing.
Well, don't you believe in evolution?
Yes. I'm not saying it's
I
not
think-
true. We already have the evidence for it. But we have
Yeah, you're saying
thousands
that,
of
like,
years.
If someone made a claim that they were a good person, that would take less evidence than someone saying dinosaurs exist and this is what they look like. Which we have the evidence for dinosaurs and what they look like. You know, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feathery.
Yeah, the bigger the claim, the more
Something.
evidence you need to demonstrate it. If
I mean,
you tell me
hey,
you
we
can
have-
fly
we
or you
have-
have telekinesis,
We have dinosaurs still around today. So
yeah, me.
quite literally.
That was stupid.
That was stupid. No birds.
I have a question. So, I called in some backup because you are a pretty smart guy.
No,
He requested no.
I'm dumb. Who is it? Fuck it.
Nereus Arceus Scotti, I think.
Gotcha.
Nereus?
I'm gonna go grab
Hello,
another chocolate
yes.
milk.
No, obvious.
Neo Arius.
Alright, Neo, actually, I forgot to get your name and ages, guys.
Here you go first.
Yeah, my name is technically Scotty, and I'm 19.
Or actually, wait, no, I don't need name. Just age.
I'm 19.
Oh, okay.
Alright, 19, cool. And Jazzy?
I'm also 19.
Alright, cool. And Jazzy, you're Christian, right? And Neo, I'm guessing you're also Christian.
He's not a Christian.
I'm an Aryan.
Oh,
Not the
What?
bad Aryan.
like
Not the bad Aryan, the good one.
I don't know. I know about the white supremacist people, but
Yeah,
What's
not
Aryan?
those.
Is that a
Not
religion?
those. Yes,
that a
Arianism is a religion. Yeah. It's a comes from Christology, but we're not Christian.
fourth century thing from the that rejects the Trinity. Am I correct in saying
Yes.
that? Alright, cool. Sounds good.
So, what's the plan? Are we going to wait for him to come back with his chocolate milk?
Yeah, well, chocolate milk. In quotations. Anyway, well, yeah, I guess we're just gonna wait. Guys, any questions about evolutionary biology before we start? Never mind.
So
then.
wait, hold on. Jazzy invited me. He said he needed backup, so I just came. What's the discussion? Atheism? I'm assuming
There's a prompt on the screen.
there's no. Yeah. So you're debating an atheist, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Both of us.
Gotcha.
Well, Neo, you're welcome to come in.
Okay, so the argument is not necessarily Jesus wasn't a real person, but that God isn't real.
No.
We don't
Correct.
say that God isn't real. We don't believe in God, but
Your God, the Abrahamic God, no. But
Yeah.
in general, there's just no evidence for any God.
he's well, actually, wait, Neo, Arianism is that because it's a a branch of Christian, or branched off from
Arians
Christianity.
are fucking cults.
No, it's a different thing. It's from the fourth century. Basically, they don't accept Hey, I looked it up. It sounds fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. With an I, yeah, not the.
Yeah. So what evidence do you have for your God, brother?
Also, host your screen is lagging.
I'm sorry.
I said your screen was lagging. By the way, just letting you know.
Is it?
It's fine on my end.
Yeah,
I
I
think,
think
you're,
it's
you're a
your.
bit. Yeah, your connection.
Okay, might be mine. I apologize.
Okay.
So
All right, we'll get
Evidence
Dean
for
in
God.
next.
Sorry.
Yeah, evidence for God.
so morality. Where apparently,
Moral doesn't.
if there is no God, if there is no good or evil necessarily, where would
I have
morals?
one thing to say about that. There are many atheists that are objective moralists as well. Morality has nothing to do with God unless you can demonstrate how God implanted morality into you. But God has a mind and is a mind, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that means therefore morals come from God, therefore being subjective by literal definition. So no matter what, morals according to you are subjective.
That's
So in terms of so say someone has different morals than me, right? And they think that
That's the
doing
definition of
atrocious things
subjective.
are okay. That's morally good. How do we determine? How do we determine if that
Society and culture.
is truly good or not? Like, what if I think
Yeah,
what
society,
you do is
culture,
bad?
morals, empathy. There's an entire philosophy
But what if the
on this.
society shifts?
Yeah, brother, there's an entire philosophy on this. It's called ethics. Yeah, we evolved empathy. I know that it hurts to get burned by fire, so I feel bad if you do it too. There are people that don't feel that, and we call them psychopaths or sociopaths. Sorry. That is a brain, that's a neurological issue. We have evolved to a degree where the majority, vast majority of people have the same neurological receptors to have empathy for each other. That is morals. People have different varying morals. Again, proven in neurology. So how do you prove that God objectifies and created these morals?
How would I prove it? I'd have to use the Bible, but obviously, since you don't hold to the Bible,
Well, that's
couldn't.
called circular reasoning. Let me prove Spider-Man using the comic book Spider-Man real quick.
Mhm.
you'd
I'm
have
not
to
gonna lie,
demonstrate.
Jazzy, you need to get someone else. I've never debated an atheist before, and this guy's gonna cook me. So,
You are
what
amazing.
to both of y'all?
I am so fucking proud of you. Holy shit. W's in chat for this guest.
Yeah, these two guests, you both like a really.
You guys are
honest
really
and
awesome. I
well-fitted.
fucking love you.
Appreciate you, bro. Much love to you too. But I've never debated an atheist before, so I
Sure.
would just be looking like an idiot.
Yeah, if you want to debate atheists, brother, look up very, very basic logical fallacies, and then just study like the basics of epistemologies and metaphysics, and you'll be fine. Just hold to your epistemology, explain why you believe what you believe, and then you guys debate that. Like, oh, I believe morals are objective because of X, Y, and Z, and then I'll say I disagree with X because of X, Y, and Z, and then you go in, so on and so forth.
Got it.
Well, it seems that Dean and anything for a nugget and so nugget.
I don't see
have,
Dean in chat or a request, but we do.
oh.
So I'm gonna guess that you and Neo and Jazzy, you guys are kind of done.
Well, of one more thing, Scotty, you know the guy that we met like the live stream with the other dude.
Cristianos, yes, he's my friend.
You think he could debate this guy? Because
100%. Yeah, he's debated atheists before. It's
thought-
just new. I don't normally debate atheists. I debate
send
Trinitarians.
him-
me too. I thought the exact same thing. Oh my gosh, I can't use the Bible. I'm cooked.
Yeah, send him the live and after we get Dean and Nugget up.
Well,
Well,
first one up is gonna be Eugene, and then anything for Nugget. Yeah, you're right about Nugget. Dean is not even in the request. If Dean wants to come up, he can request. Yeah, what's the
I see
name of the
Dean.
gentleman?
I see Dean is like right next to anything for
it's-
Nugget.
Oh, you can request.
It's
him.
it's Greek. It's Greek letters. His name. But his name is Cristianos.
Okay, Christianos. Evan will help me remember that, and if he requests up, we'll get him in.
All right, I'll
cool.
see y'all later.
I appreciate
might
you
come
guys.
back later on.
Yeah, both of you. Good
I'm
luck,
gonna go
guys.
join his live and tell him what's up.
Yeah, you guys have
Alright,
yourselves
cool.
a good night, all right?
All right, you too, my brother.
Those were some awesome dudes.
interlo-
W's.
W honest interlocutors, you know? W honest interlocutors.
Look at you using verbiage. God, I'm proud of you today, dude.
I use verbiage. I just now have a lot more time on my hands, so I've been studying a bit.
Yeah, you're
more
fucking
philosophy.
graduated. I'm fucking proud of you, dude.
Well, I haven't graduated. I still have to get my paleontology degree.
What do you mean by your That's
I have
fucking
a-
awesome
I-
anyway.
I have my evolutionary biology degree, but not my paleontology degree.
You are officially a biologist, dude.
I'm officially an evolutionary biologist. I can officially say I am an evolutionary biologist
amazing.
without saying, "Oh, evolutionary biology student."
Right? Yeah, when you said it, I was like, wait a damn minute. That's awesome.
That's not what I usually say.
I love that. What's
Also,
up,
guys,
Eugene?
if
How
you're
you
not
doing?
tapping your napkin. Also,
Hello,
by the
bro.
way, Cody.
Whoa,
Fun
Russian.
fact: I learned that
I'm
If,
Russian,
uh,
tell you.
just one quick thing. If you get every 1,000 likes, it apparently is $1.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Well, anyways, Eugene, how's it going, brother?
Yeah, what's up, brother?
Doing all right, brother. Sorry, that was fucked up. I'm so
No,
sorry.
it's okay. Man.
Which God do you believe in, man?
Yeah, I think I'm a deist, man.
Okay, sure. Why do you believe in a higher power at all?
Yeah, I think things like fine tuning are. I think those are very good arguments.
Sure. Can you tell me tell me the fine tuning argument you want to talk about?
It's the Bayesian version.
Bayesian. Let me look it up.
Yes, Bayesian fine tuning.
Okay, so here's my problem with the Bayesian one is if you want to follow that logic and the reasoning, you first of all still have to have evidence demonstrating that it couldn't have been any other way. There's a problem with that.
That's not exactly true, right?
No, but it is.
Because it uses an abductive framework, so
Sure, but
it's reasoning to the best
Inductive-
explanation.
Inductive is not necessarily
Abductive.
true, though. Neither is abductive. Those are
Yes.
fairly accurate to some degree, dependent on said claims. But
Yes.
something like inductive, for instance. I can't think of an abductive on the top of my head, but inductive, for instance, every Thursday my teacher gives me a test. I expect next Thursday to have a test. That could be accurate, but it's not necessarily true. It hasn't happened yet, nor can you prove it. That's not proven. It's a guess. It's a very calculated guess, but it's only a guess. There's no demonstration that it's actually true. I could use that same argument to tell you that there is no God, so I don't grant that by any means at all. But when it comes to Bayesian reasoning, I do grant it dependent on the claim. Let me look it up real quick. The Bayesian, Bayesian, what's it called?
Fine tuning.
Fine tuning. I'm gonna get the syllogism up real quick.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could pose it to you off the top of my head. It might be a little bit rusty. I haven't
I'm getting
looked
it
at
up.
it in a while.
Okay, so
Okay, that's fine.
we got. Oh boy. So yeah, here I have my own thoughts list. Let me read it out though.
Just read it out first, so everyone can understand it.
I got the binary up. I'm gonna get the actual words for it. P1, the universe appears finely tuned for life. I can grant that. Nah.
No.
Well,
Fine-tuned for
P2.
stars, maybe.
P2, if God
Life, no.
exists, a life-permitting universe is reasonably expected. Nope. Don't grant that. If God does not exist, a life-permitting universe is extremely unlikely. Well, I wonder what the definition of God they're using is. Because there could be a fucked up God.
No,
But
the definition that's typically used in fine-tuning arguments is something like an intelligent designer that has
Sure. Okay, I'll
that
grant
has
that.
normative
Then.
Like
dispositions
an
towards
all-knowing,
life.
all-powerful
Life
god.
to life. What
Like
did
a
you-
triomni god.
I'll grant it. I'll
you
grant
could, you
it.
could say that.
P3, if God does not exist, a life-permitting universe is extremely unlikely. I do not grant. Well, actually, no, I grant that. Therefore, a finely tuned universe is more expected if God exists than if God does not exist. That I do not grant. Conclusion 2, that first one was a conclusion. So, the fine-tuning of the universe is evidence in favor of God's existence. So, C1, therefore, a finely tuned universe is more expected. And also, if God exists, a life-permitting universe is reasonably expected. That's kind of like give or take. Like, he could have made so many other things.
Well,
Let's go ahead and
I can
grant
use
it.
I can use a different formulation of the argument.
Okay, you give me yours. Let me open up a note real quick. Notes. Let me get a note
Okay.
real quick so I can write it. Okay, go for
Okay.
it, brother.
So let me phrase it like this.
My bad.
Okay, so the prior probability of the designer hypothesis and the non-designer hypothesis, right? We assume a principle of indifference, right? So we assign the prior probability roughly equal, okay? And yeah,
no.
when no, you don't assume a principle of indifference.
Can you demonstrate to me that there is any evidence? Let me rephrase that. Can you demonstrate the universe could have been any other way, or that there is a non-existent universe and nothingness only? The second you demonstrate that nothingness does exist, it therefore becomes not nothingness and is therefore something. We also have no other universe to compare to be able to state that the universe could be different. So I don't grant that.
Okay, well, obviously we could say the universe. We don't have to have another universe to compare it with to say something could be different, because
For probability, you
could-
do.
no, because could is a modal notion, right?
Could,
And-
sure. Okay, could
yeah.
be different. Yeah, could be different. Could be. No, I can't grant that because, okay, let's say the universe could be different, right? And we have different gravity, for instance. We probably wouldn't exist as observers. How do we demonstrate that? And then there's so many demonstrations that are missing for that argument.
Like what? I don't really get how this line of reasoning is contending with.
It's
You-
missing demonstration is my argument.
Okay, could I give my full argument?
Pause. Before you do that, I need you to demonstrate that the universe could be different. Like your argument is that it could have been, right?
Yeah, well, that's relative to the modality, yes.
But you got to demonstrate it. So modal
Okay.
logic does not magically make things correct. I could say this water bottle could have been invented in a different shape. That is sound reasoning. But I can demonstrate that. You have to, in order to use this truthfully, demonstrate that it could have been something else. You can't just claim that it could have been something else. You have to demonstrate it.
Oh, do you think it's logically possible?
Oh, that's a very intense question. Logically possible.
Okay,
I
let
would
me
say
put
that
it
there's
like this.
no math that would work out for that to be true. So no, I don't agree.
You don't think it's logically possible for the universe to be different?
In my ignorance, I'm going to say no. Because I don't, there's no mathematics that would agree with that. If gravity was off, we agree with that. The constant of gravity in and of itself
Oh.
would dictate non-existence if it was, different. most
Okay,
likely.
well, that deals with nomological possibility, not logical possibility. But okay, do you think something like you could have cut your hair a different way? Do you think that's true?
Yes, but that's demonstrable.
Yes. So okay, so
Do you see where I'm getting with
you
this?
would agree?
That is
Would you-
demonstrable. The water bottle could have been different is demonstrable. The universe could have been different is not demonstrable unless you can provide me demonstration for it. That's
well,
what I'm asking.
would you say you're a part of the universe?
Sure, yes. But
Okay.
you still have to demonstrate that it could be different. I can't
so
just
you're-
grant it.
Your hair is part of the universe as
But
well,
I
right?
can demonstrate that my hair could be different. Can you demonstrate that the universe could be different?
Yes. Listen. Okay, so if we take your hair to be a part of the universe, right? And then we say, okay, your hair could have been different, right? So then
it's
part of
demonstrable.
the universe could have been different, right?
No.
Therefore,
no.
the-
No. Hair is demonstrable. I can demonstrate that hair can be cut in a different way. You need
Yes.
to now demonstrate that the universe could have been made in a different way.
Yes. Your hair is part of the universe. Would you agree?
No shit, yeah.
Okay. And then if we take some part of something and then we change it, is it different from how it was before?
We're talking about truth, though. Is it even
Yes.
possible for this to be, is the question.
Yes.
Do you have
Yes.
the mathematics to demonstrate that gravity and all these other constants could be different and still support life?
You don't use mathematics in that, man.
If we're talking about
You-
a possibility of something that could be true, yes, we do. That is how reasoning works. You
wait,
have to
wait.
demonstrate it. You realize that reasoning still requires epistemology, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
could say
still
that.
need to prove it to some degree.
Yes,
So if
I
you want
am.
to say something could be different, it needs to have the ability to be different, and you need to
Yes.
demonstrate that the ability is there.
Yes, could I give you an analogy, sir?
Sure.
Okay, so if we take let's have a soccer field, right? We have a soccer field, and imagine all of the grass on there, right? And then
Brother, again,
okay,
grass can be
listen.
demonstrated, dude.
Yes, you didn't get my full analogy. Okay. So imagine a soccer field. Okay, it's made up of all of its parts, which is just each individual piece of grass, right? So if we cut one piece of grass off of the soccer field, then it would be the case that the soccer
Dude.
field itself has changed.
Again, that is demonstrable.
Yes.
What are you not getting from what I'm saying,
Yes,
brother?
I proved that the universe can change.
No, you have not.
Because a part of the universe can change.
Brother, if a constant of the universe changed, how do we even know the grass could exist? That is the question. How do we know that it is possible? Epistemology, dude. You still need epistemology for sound reasoning.
Well, you're not using epistemology.
Okay, what epistemology do you subscribe to?
Well, that's sort of arbitrary of a question.
Not
so,
really.
Like, what
Not
specific...
even close. Because, for
Are-
instance,
are
when
you-
it comes to specific claims, if we're talking about truth values, I subscribe to natural empiricism, which allows for logical soundness and obviously empirical proofs. But also, when it comes to personal subjective beliefs, I accept and grant, to a degree, phenomenal conservatism. Your phenomenological explanation for something as your reasoning, I can grant dependent on how your reasoning is working. If your reasoning is laid out and it follows and I don't have a contradiction for it, I can grant it. But you still need this epistemology, brother.
Okay, well, I could say, I could say something is justified insofar as it coheres with your web of beliefs, right? I could say I'm a coherentist, okay? That's fine with me.
Let's grant that and see where it goes. Okay.
Okay, but we're talking about justification. Okay, so that's fine. We don't have to get onto the whole epistemology train. Okay.
But we do.
Let's sort of bring it back to the argument. Okay, so let me just lay out the whole argument in its entirety, and then I'll have you respond. Okay. So the whole argument basically. So premise one would be something like the prior probability of theism is not negligible relative to the prior probability of naturalism. Okay.
What evidence do you have to justify that?
Yeah, so we just assume a sort of principle of indifference.
I don't presuppose anything unless it's axiomatically true.
No, are you familiar with the principle of indifference?
Indifference, sure.
No, the principle of indifference.
Yes, but again, your justification.
Yeah, my justification, well, if we don't assume the principle of indifference, I'd just say
No, I accept that.
Oh,
Never
you assume the principle of indifference. Okay, so yeah, you agree that theism and non-theism, they're exhaustive, right, of the possibility space?
Possibility, no.
Oh, you don't agree. So you reject the law of excluded middle.
I mean, you can withhold judgment. It depends on the claim. You're claiming God, though. If you claim a water bottle, I can grant it. If you claim a unicorn, I cannot grant it.
Do you accept the law of excluded middle, sir?
It depends on the claim, brother. I will withhold judgment if there's no evidence justifying it.
Okay, so then
Law
you'd
of
be
excluded middle,
agnostic because
no, false. Agnostic means what? Define it.
you suspend judgment on a proposition.
Dependent on the proposition, though. If it's something unprovable, i.e., God, I suspend judgment. If it is something that is provable, I grant excluded middle.
Okay, you realize that the law of excluded middle it instantiates a universal quantifier, right?
I'm-
all propositions.
Do you know who Darth Dawkins is?
Yes, I know who they're talking.
Okay, you're sounding exactly like him right now. No. True or false is not only the case in every argument. You can withhold judgment. Do you agree or disagree?
Well, that goes to
Nope.
that,
You're pivoting. Do you agree or disagree that you can withhold judgment dependent on the claim?
that's not a truth value, brother.
Yes, it is. You can withhold
Wait,
judgment
you
if there
think
is no
suspension
truth.
of judgment is a truth value?
If there is no true or false, you suspend judgment. Correct or
Okay,
false?
is suspension of
Stop
judgment a truth
pivoting.
value?
Stop pivoting.
Is a suspension of judgment a truth value?
Listen, Darth Dawkins wannabe. If it is not proven true or false, you can suspend judgment. Correct or false?
That's true, but that's not a truth value. That
I'm not-
doesn't.
It is.
You.
I mean,
you
you're not
think the
saying something is
suspension of
true or
judgment's
false.
a truth
Oh
value?
my god, dude. No, I'm not saying that. That's
You
not what I'm
just said
saying.
it is.
No, I did not. Where did I say yes when you asked me that question?
Do you want to
Where
go
did I
back
say
into the
yes? Where did
code?
I say
I
yes?
said yes.
Bitch, shut the fuck up, goddamn. Where did I
You
fucking
asked me a question.
Where did I say yes when you asked me that question?
What do you said it right after I asked.
No, I never said yes to that. Oh my good grief. Oh, you thought he was faking the accent?
Yeah, nah.
Darth Euro. Yeah, that was very much a Darth Dawkins argument.
Russell.
Oh shit! Withholding judgment
there.
doesn't counter law of excluded middle. I agree with
All
that.
right, all right, let's get Dean and Nugget in here.
Oh, Dean's up. Hell yeah, let's get him up. Were they together?
And Nugget apparently. Nugget and him are.
They were together?
Nugget and Dean are.
Sure. Yeah, if they're together, go for it. Go for it. All you.
All right. Hello. Nugget has been very persistent in the chat.
What's up,
I know,
Nugget?
sorry.
Are you over the age of 18?
Huh?
Are you over the age of 18?
All right.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
22.
And then you, Dean?
I'm 23,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay,
He's
cool, cool,
23.
cool. Which god do you believe in?
Yeah, we're just gonna be holding to classical
Yeah, which
theism.
god do you believe in?
Yeah,
Or
classical
classical?
theism in terms of
So just-
Christianity. Yeah.
Okay, Christian. Do you believe in the Christian god?
That would be implied within saying Christianity, yeah.
Just say the
Fuck.
Christian God. Just don't say classical theism within the Christian God. Just say the Christian God.
Well, people hold to Neoplatonism in Christianity. I actually wanted to ask you about your prompt there. What are the semantics behind the proposition there?
Yeah,
what does
do you
evidence
have
mean?
for God?
What does evidence
Evidence,
mean
the
for you?
What evidence do you
definition
have
of
for God?
evidence.
Well, I need to know what you mean by evidence.
The definition of evidence.
Yeah. Is it empirical evidence?
It
What
depends on
do
the
you mean
claim.
by evidence
You're
here?
natural
you know- Do you know the
empiricism, right?
evidence
Yes.
of?
Okay.
Yes, when it comes to
Logic
when it comes to
can
claims
work,
about our
but you
universe.
do you grant? Do you? Okay, I have two questions. A, do you? Fuck, I lost that one.
It's okay.
Don't be rude,
Okay,
Dean.
logical syllogisms. Each premises still
Sorry.
requires external verification. True or false?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What?
For a logically sound argument, each premises still requires external verification and justification.
Sure, there could be sub premises for that.
Right. So you still
No
have to
problem.
have evidence for a logical argument.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, dependent on the claim, correct?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So what
Okay.
evidence do you have for God?
What evidence
Sure.
do you have for not God? Like what?
Yeah,
Negative
so
claim doesn't need to
when
be
we say
For
that God
not
exists,
I can explain that really simple.
If it's a
Sorry,
Christian
Dean
God.
can go.
yeah. When we say that God exists, that's a metaphysical claim. So I will just
Sure.
provide like the modal ontological argument by Platanga here. You've heard of it, right?
To
So the
to
S5?
describe the possibility of a God having attributes or characteristics is metaphysical. To describe a God existing in reality is empirical.
Or creating the universe is empirical.
Yeah, no, we don't say that God exists within reality. He's a transcendental, and that's not what the argument for
That's
Platanga is
called
positing,
celestial
by the way.
plating. Can you demonstrate it?
Did he?
Can
did
we
he create the
demonstrate it?
universe,
Yeah,
though?
it would be necessarily the case here.
That's a
You want me to give it-
Did he
presupposition.
create
False.
the universe, Dean?
I'm sorry. There's two people talking at the same time.
Sorry,
What?
the God is metaphysical, but him creating universe or existing within the universe is empirical. Did he create the universe?
No, how is that empirical?
Is
The
the
universe
universe
is
empirical?
empirical.
Yes or no?
Yeah, he doesn't exist
Okay,
within the
actions
universe.
within the universe or of the universe are empirical.
He doesn't commit actions within the universe either.
So then he didn't make it.
He's a transcendental.
So you don't believe in the
So
Christian God?
No, we believe in actus
Do
purus. He
prayers-
exists
do
outside of time and
prayers-
space.
I'm not a Philbro. Stop using big words.
Well, no, he's a
Do prayers get
um,
answered? Do bones get healed? Does
I don't know
God
how that's
interact?
relevant.
Does God interact?
How's that relevant?
Does God interact with reality?
Can you tell me the relevancy?
Does God interact with reality?
Because that would lead.
That
to
seems like a red
empirical
herring.
evidence.
It's
Hold
not.
That
on,
would lead
wait,
to
wait.
empirical
So-
evidence, Dean.
So I said you're a natural empiricist, and doesn't that mean that only empirical evidence counts as
No.
knowledge? Yes.
Sometimes
Logic
if it's
works,
to
but
do with the claim.
so okay,
Sometimes.
like I cannot empirically prove to you that a bachelor can be married or not married, right? That's a purely metaphysical claim. But if I say that a unicorn exists, that's metaphysical. If I say that a unicorn exists in my backyard, that is empirical. It requires demonstration. If you say God exists, I would say what attributes and characteristics could he have? That is metaphysical. If you say God exists in our reality, I would say prove it because it's empirical. If God
yeah, well,
created
good thing
the
we don't
universe,
say
it's
that then,
empirical.
right?
God
Yeah, we
existing
don't say he
outside
exists
of
with
reality is
reality.
special pleading. God created the universe.
How
Yes
is
or
that
no?
special
God
pleading?
created the universe. Yes or no?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, prove it.
Prove it? Yeah, of course. I'm gonna give you the modal ontological argument.
Modal
So,
works for pizza, dude. You know the
modal works
modal
for pizza?
modal ontological has been debunked so many fucking
Why?
times.
Why are
It
you?
could work.
Okay, so
There's
debunk it then.
there's an all perfect pizza. There you go. Like
Do
it
it.
works.
No. I want you to debunk my argument then.
The modal which S are you using?
Modal ontological argument
Yeah.
by Platanga.
Okay, let me look it up.
Yeah, go look it up. I know you don't remember what it is. It's fine.
Be nice.
Oh my
Okay, I'm
fuck
sorry.
you bitch ass.
No.
Let's look up the modal Platanga.
At least you're keeping it cool most
Maximally
of the
great
time.
being, as I fucking said. We can use that for a maximally great pizza. If you were truly a true Philbro, you would understand this because you would have read it before.
A true a
Good
true
God.
Phil, bro.
Runner? Yep, I ran. You're presupposing God does not make God real. You have to demonstrate that he created the universe. It's an empirical claim. Yep, I censored him. Cry harder. All right, who else do we have?
Also, Dean, by the way, he posts all the VODs on YouTube, so you saying clipped does not matter.
Yeah, it's already clipped. Philbros are so obnoxious.
Yeah. I mean, he was just like even more than just a Philbro. He was just kind of like stupid. Like Philbros understand words.
Lilo,
Right?
request
Actually,
up.
no, he was more of a Philbro because he was just really stupid.
All right, he's not able to join. Let's get evidence of reason. I wonder what. Oh, I was gonna ask what reasoning they use. Yap House. Hey, Yap, how's it going?
Oh, it's going wonderful. How are you?
Cool. Going all right, brother. You over the age of 18?
Absolutely.
All right, brother. What you got for us today?
Well, first off, I just want to say that I love y'all, and I hope everything that y'all want in life comes to you immediately. But second off, you said something about the universe being empirical.
Is it not?
95% of the universe very literally is not empirical.
Well, it's got a
What
it's
is
got a
it?
10-minute ban.
You're talking about
10
logic?
minute restriction.
Not talking about logic. I mean, 95% of the universe exists outside of our concept of logic, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Well, we know it does.
We know what does.
And we can demonstrate the universe. We can test it, scrutinize it,
We can demonstrate
We
the
can observe it.
observable universe. We can't observe.
Define empirical, dude. What?
Empirical means that you can measure it. We can't measure 95% of
False.
the universe. Oh, okay.
False.
So you
Well,
asked me to
well,
asked me to define
you're
it,
talking
and then
about
you say no.
you're
That's
talking
not
about the
fair.
universe.
Empirical. Why are
I
you
don't think
laughing?
I'm pretty sure I'm
Based
I'm
pretty
laughing
on-
sure
because you're silly
Well, I know-
and you think you're
yeah,
smarter than you
Paz,
actually
yes, Paz,
are.
I'm
yeah,
not
Paz, I'm pretty
You
sure
remind me
you're
of
still-
myself when I was a
Yeah,
teenager.
Paz.
It's okay.
Yeah, Paz. Yeah, Paz. I'm pretty sure you're correct.
The
in
Welsh, the
saying
Welsh,
that-
the Welsh.
No. I'm pretty sure. Well,
Empirical.
no, you weren't listening. Anyway, I'm trying to get your attention. Okay, just gonna. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure you're correct that the unobservable universe is bigger than the observable, but I don't think it's 95%.
Yeah, that
It is
pull that up your
95%. Look
ass.
up Chelsea Goad, NASA Dark
So,
Matter.
Empirical definition, Oxford Dictionary, based on, concerned with, or verifiable by observation or experience rather than theory or pure logic.
Exactly. And we can't
Right.
observe 95% of it. So it's not empirical. Definitionally, it's not empirical.
Well, the unobservable.
Yeah. Interesting, right?
I grant that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So the universe, most of it at least,
When we talk
right,
about universe,
isn't
we talk about
empirical.
observable though, because we don't know about an
Oh, so now we're
unobservable.
backtracking.
Well, what's the unobservable?
The unobservable universe is 95% of it. It's most
How
of
do you
it.
know that?
NASA, Chelsea Goad.
Chelsea Goad.
You want to Google that too? Chelsea, CHELSEA, space GOHD. EA. Yes, indeed.
GOHD?
GOHD. Dark matter, NASA. It's literally like the first 3 paragraphs. That's the only reason I know. I can't read any more than that.
What are you laughing at?
Which one?
I'm laughing at you and me by extension, but you mostly. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, that's funny.
Hosting this live is hilarious.
I think we just have
Just
Phil Bros
pretentious.
coming in.
He was just pretentious.
Hyper, how you doing,
You know, you
brother?
said you're the,
Dark matter
the
makes up
parody of the
27%. The guy was holy shit. That guy was just.
How's it going, evidence of reason?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Sorry, I'm just running up
you're
my
good.
stairs. Got my food. Hold on.
Yeah, you're good.
Get back in there. There we go. How we doing?
Hey,
I think what that guy was trying to say is that 95% of the observable universe is made up of dark matter, which we can't actually directly measure or
we
look
can
at.
observe where it is.
Yeah,
by
but
the
we can
darkness.
observe its
And we can
effects, right? So
we can
it's
empirically
observable.
prove it.
yeah,
Like we can empirically prove that dark matter.
Consensus is that
exists.
it's empirical. The universe is
Yeah.
empirical.
Yeah, dark energy was 95.
I was looking up because I was curious about what he was talking about, but the laughing and then just having no explanation into what I said was wrong. That's where I was like, okay, Phil bro. And when I say Phil bro, I'm not saying philosophy. I'm saying you act like one of the pretentious douchebags.
well, it's just they heard somebody get away with a gotcha once, and they want that
Yeah.
same experience, so they come in. But
And I get it, but I want a genuine conversation.
oh, you're looking to the wrong crowd for that, my friend.
I know. We get a
actually,
few of them.
I wanted to actually you were talking with, I think it was that guy with the fake accent who was like
Sure.
screaming about truth claims.
I don't think he was a fake accent. I don't think he was.
I think it was real, but
You have a fake accent too. Oh,
I
well,
don't.
well, not no bother. Sorry, I'm just kidding. But no. So you were
Now
saying that
American.
we can reserve judgment on the God claim, right? But at the end of the day, it is like a yes or no. It's like it's P1, God exists, right? And if you accept it, you're theist. And if you don't, you're atheist, right? Whether or not you make the opposing claim or you're reserving judgment or whatever, you're not making a positive claim, so you don't believe it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like there is no distinction between an agnostic and an atheist in like practical application.
well, so
Because
Gnosticism
neither one
is
of these
knowledge.
people have
Practical-
opposed to their
practical
day ever
application,
considering
no,
the
I don't
existence
think
of a
so.
God, right? So it's like, what's the difference?
Yeah, we're practically not really. I mean,
So
I mean,
Gnosticism is
there's
knowledge.
technically there's
Theism is
agnostic
belief.
theists. Yeah, I mean,
Right, but
yeah, agnostic theists and agnostic atheists, and there's
yeah, but my
Gnostic
point
theists.
is that you
Gnostic
either live
theists.
your life as if a god exists or you don't.
Yeah, and you either
Right.
live your life as if Voldemort exists or you don't. Why
Right,
would I
so it's
believe
a-
in Voldemort?
Well, you shouldn't.
It's in a book.
Well, because if something's in a book, doesn't
In
make
a
it
book
true,
that you
bud.
have the
Exactly.
authorship of.
And there are so many fucking witnesses in the book of Harry Potter.
Yeah, we also have the book, and we also have the authorship of the book. It's more we can
you-
say
I've-
for the New Testament.
Yeah.
Have you heard
so-
of Eric? You haven't heard of the Book of Eric, the god-eating magical penguin?
Oh no, he
I like
he
you.
contradicts Roland the
Clonpatrov.
Closet
No. You see, Eric, he eats gods by definition,
Are-
right? So, because Eric exists, no other gods can exist, right?
Oh, I
Are you
I heard about that.
are you a
Wait,
religious
is-
person?
Am I a religious person?
I'm trying to-
I'm an ordained minister in the Church of the Dude, but no.
You're friendly.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure. Cody, you couldn't tell he was a friendly.
Jesus
But,
loves you,
yeah.
bro.
Wait, is Eric also a god, or is he just a
No,
just
Eric's a god-eating penguin, right?
Okay, so he's not a god because
He's not a god himself. He just makes, by his very existence, it means no other gods can exist. And any argument you can come up with to prove that he doesn't exist, you can also apply
Beige,
That
I
too.
followed you.
to whatever god you have. So it doesn't really matter. So basically, there's two possibilities. Eric either does exist or he doesn't, but in either case, it logically follows that any other gods don't.
I'm a justification skeptic.
Russell just said, "I challenge you to a formal debate." Russell, you don't believe in science. I will not. I don't think. you
If
haven't
no
believed
science,
any
how
of them.
iPhone?
Exactly. I mean, no, the guy like doesn't believe in like evolution or like most of cosmology. I think.
Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat food and watch TV with
Yeah.
wife. Bye.
I appreciate you,
yeah,
brother.
no,
You have a good
yeah.
night. Tell the wife you love her. Good man. All
Good
right.
dude.
Phoenix, we'll get you. Yeah, pass again. We'll get Phoenix first.
Phoenix.
What's up, Phoenix?
Oh, I was gonna come up to talk to the last guy,
Oh,
the dickhead. So, I'm a friendly.
okay, brother.
All right.
What'd you have to say about it?
Oh, just that 95% is a measurement.
Yeah,
That is,
that's true too.
It's not.
Wow, good point.
It's not an exact measurement. It's not a perfectly accurate measurement. Yeah, but we can actually see it by seeing where we don't have knowledge. Like we can measure where we doesn't work.
So therefore,
What
empirical.
we have doesn't.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because dark energy is a placeholder term for something that we know must exist.
Oh yeah, because
But-
we can't observe it in and of itself directly, but we can see where
Directly.
it's blacking out.
And we can see its effects.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We
That's
can directly observe where what we have does not work.
What's up, nobody? Yeah, I agree with that. That's not true. I think science is compatible with Christianity.
Tell me when rabbits chewed cud.
All right. Well, I appreciate you hopping up, brother. Oh,
Yeah.
he already ran. Not ran. I didn't mean that. I meant left. All right. Yeah. Well, fuck it.
No, you did. You slipped, but it's okay. Phoenix, don't run. I'd actually love to talk to you.
Well, yeah, Pels, you were wrong.
Okay. So
How was I wrong?
Because by the way, that 95%
explained it. What do
was
you
about
disagree
the
with?
observable universe.
Pause.
being done.
He's burden shifting. Don't.
I'm
So,
not burden shifting.
What do you disagree with?
That
what
was
he
the
said?
original.
So what do you
conversation.
disagree with what he said?
Yes, empirical means
we
direct
observe
observation,
it to
right?
know where the extension is, or the extent.
It means direct observation. It means that we observe it like everything else we can on
False.
Earth.
You're adding in a lot of words. Based on, concerned with, or verifiable by observation or experience.
Okay. Have you experienced dark matter or dark energy?
We can observe it.
No, we can observe that.
So let me
it
read this
definitely
again
exists.
for
You can observe its
Let me
shadow.
read this again for you. Yeah,
Does observing
exactly.
a shadow
So based
make
on,
the same thing
concerned
as
with,
observing
or
the actual
verifiable.
object?
So let me explain this again since you're too dumb. Based on, concerned with, or verifiable. Dude, I want to have an actual conversation.
Yeah,
No, you
making
don't. That's why you called me dumb. Come
You
on.
are an asshole. Genuinely.
Yeah, like you're pretentious. You're just kind of like just an you're just an ass. It's just like kind of annoying, mate.
If you want to say I don't agree with you because of, I'll listen. But if you're just gonna Pillsbury Doughboy laugh at me without an explanation, fuck you.
Oh, he trolled Ian on another account. Makes sense.
How's it going, Frage? Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, bro, it's Friggy Geach, bro.
I'm, Jesus.
Do you have a way to say that easier? Like I speak French, but like damn.
Bro, how do you not know who Friggy Geach is?
I don't. You over the age of 18?
Yeah, bro.
Cool. Which God do you believe in?
Yeah, bro, I think I'm like a Christian, honestly.
Cool. Okay. Why should I be?
I guess like I could like convince you of God and shit first, bro.
Cool. Do it.
Yeah, I think like nomological harmony is pretty good.
I don't know what that is.
Like what? Like the golden ratio?
Nah. Basically, it goes like you could sort of think of it like this. So the universe has these laws, and you know how it actually is, right? And then it's surprising under naturalism that these laws would map on to reality, right?
Oh, it's fine tuning.
No. It's a Bayesian argument, though.
Is it the Bayesian fine tuning argument?
No, it's nomological harmony.
I'm unfamiliar.
Yeah, I explained it. So like my man Brian Cutter,
Just another Phil, bro. Let's get Will in here. He's a good talker.
How you doing, Will?
How's
Hey,
it going,
guys.
brother? Been a minute.
Yeah.
I need
Oh,
your
lots
anger.
of-
I'm holding myself back.
Oh, well, I kind of lost that.
Bullshit.
No, my mother died recently,
Oh fuck.
so, I just kind of have a lot more patience. The world kind of fell silent, and, I just like to listen.
When was this? Do you mind?
It was about a month ago.
I'm so sorry, brother. That's really rough.
It's all right. I mean, I still got, obviously, like my stepmom and stuff who they're still, around, which is cool. But it's not a topic I want to dive into. I want to get into these theists.
Sure. All right. Well, you want to start with one of the they're requesting over and over. They're Phil bros. You want to deal with a Phil bro?
Sure. Get some intellectual capacity. with my brain.
just followed me.
I'll let you guys take Frigigig each again.
Whichever one you select, Ian. You bring whichever one up. I need my brain.
I'll bring the one up with the funniest name, which is Frigga Geach.
Friggeech.
Yeah, bro, Friggy Geach, he's my favorite philosopher.
I don't know who that
He's a
is.
philosopher.
Yeah,
Really
he's my favorite philosopher.
All right.
Friggy Geach and Brian Cutter, yes. I've actually formerly
Expressive.
trained
I
under
don't really.
Brian Cutter.
I wasn't like opening that up for more conversation. I was just saying like it to introduce you since you have it as your username.
Oh yeah.
Could you
I
perhaps
also
could you?
So
I
this
also
is
got trained by
ethics.
Brian Cutter in Bayesian epistemology. So
Okay, cool.
yeah. Those are
Did
just
you
like
say
my credentials.
Wait, hold on. Did you say Beijing
Be-
epistemology?
Bayesian. Yeah, Bayesian.
Beijing. Oh, okay. So I don't really care about your credentials though. So
No, that's
it just-
unfortunate.
Can we
it's-
pause real quick? We got a $5 super chat from Steve. Where do the godless get evidence that they aren't evil?
What does Brian Cutter teach?
Well, Brian Cutter taught me Bayesian epistemology specifically. Where? Well, I mean, my dad and him used to be like
Pause
childhood
before you
best
go
friends. so-
any further. Before you go any further, I want to see if we can get some responses to this super chat. Where do the godless get evidence that they aren't evil? What do you guys think about that?
I mean, evil is subjective, and I don't think anyone thinks that they are evil.
That's a
I
good
would
one.
fight back. I would fight back on that directly. It is. No. Wait. You said subjective, or did you say objective? My
Sub.
brain. Subjective. Okay.
Yeah,
No, I agree.
so I don't
Sub
think anyone
five.
thinks that they are evil.
Nobody brought me some decent arguments for objective morals. I don't grant them, but they were pretty good arguments.
I couldn't grant objective morals because morals change.
Agreed, and they're mind dependent. But he did have some interesting. He just had to like the
could
objective
show me.
morals. You have to like. It's all. God, I cannot think of the word. It's been so long since I've streamed. I'm forgetting all the words, all the
Yeah.
lingo.
Well, I with morals, there's always like a circumstance, or there's always like an outlier. So there is no like universal moral that could be
Yeah.
pointed out. Even "thou shalt not kill." Think of war, or mercy kills, or abortions, or brain dead people. So you got to really think about it. There's no universal moral.
That is
But
true.
just diving back into the conversation,
Yes.
dipping our little toesies in the cold water. What makes the Bayesian epistemology different from just regular epistemology? What's the adjective for?
Will, explain who you are and how fresh you are to this worldview.
Oh yeah, cool. So basically, last December, I deconstructed from a Catholic.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Cody. I write a few books. I work in national critical infrastructure for nuclear shit. I just mainly work with steam, so I understand chemical reactions a lot, and I understand the human body because I have to understand actual physical anatomy and the way that chemicals and radiation can affect your body and what you need to look out for and such and so forth. So I am a geek. Okay, that's it. I'm just a geek.
Well, I have a question. What's the funniest bone in the body?
I refuse to answer this.
The humerus.
Yeah, and what's the longest bone in your body?
Skin.
Damn. Yeah,
That's
it
not a
is.
bone. God damn it! I thought you meant. Never mind.
Yeah, Cody, it's the
Skin. Your skin is made of bones. That's fucking cool, man. Anyways,
I've had a little bit of chocolate milk tonight.
a little bit too many. I drink responsibly though. Fresh. I just getting back into it. Just what is the difference between the normal epistemology and Bayesian epistemology? Like, what's the objective or precept of Bayesian for the epistemology? What does that mean?
Well, Bayesianism is a type of probability apparatus. So typically when people say like Bayesian epistemology, they could be referencing some like actual epistemology, or they could be referencing sort of like probability apparatus of Bayesianism. So you don't necessarily have to hold to all the commitments of Bayesian epistemology to actually
I mean,
make
depends on the
Bayesian
claim
arguments.
though. Like you would use. Oh, that wouldn't be a coin flip.
wait,
Wouldn't be
no,
considered, would it?
No. Hold on. So that's where I'm kind of confused in the conversation, because you're saying that you're perpetuating kind of like this theological theatrics when you had said it's about epistemology, not theories.
No.
So
It is an epistemology, and it does
Oh,
work.
thanks
Like
for the gifts.
epistemologies do work, right? Like even
right.
the
Of
modal,
course.
right? But it depends on the claim.
Yes, modal epistemology, of course.
Well, modal logic.
But yeah, okay. So
All
just-
thought
yeah.
processes work dependent on the claim.
Okay. Could we center this around a claim for maybe universal communicationable language, or something that we can prove a god with?
Yeah, we could do that. So, all right, we could say something like the axiological meta priori analytic type of hyperactive modalities can ensure the instantiation of quantification over the second order predicate that would supervene over the domain of mereological extrinsic
Brother, we're
noetic
all
paradigms
ignorant as shit.
that are
Okay, so that was
irreflexive
like,
in nature, granting that the
like
Frege Geach
4,000
problem
Dude,
constitutes an ontological
stop.
distinct
You know it.
hypothetical satisfaction relation with the constituents.
That was
He
like
knows what he was
$4,000
doing.
in words.
He was doing it on purpose.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like, I don't know philosophy.
Yeah, Bayesian would be more like here, let me pull up a good one.
Frege, you used $4,000 in words. I want you to pay me.
I can, well, one of the greatest minds in the 40s, Mr. Albert Einstein had said, if you cannot sum up what you are trying to say within a sentence, it is not worth of your voice.
So like probabilities do work. It's just so like the thought with a Bayesian idea would be like, how likely is it for X to happen with or without Y, right? The problem is when you insert God is it's not demonstrable. So you can't make that probability.
JSB.
But it works for other things. Like,
State
it
your
does work.
business.
State
Or
your
prepare
business.
to get prepare to get winged.
Albert Einstein was wrong about almost everything.
Right.
He's just a troll.
I mean, he was pretty.
I
He was
love
right
your
about
laugh, dude. That's
a lot
awesome.
of the stuff.
All right,
Right.
how you doing, JSB? Hello?
This is the part where you're supposed to speak.
I think JSB is not here.
All right, we'll let you down, JSB. If you want to re-request up, go for it. God damn it, Yap and Frege. God damn it, I can't pronounce that.
Well, I'm not letting them out. Yap like did not know the fucking thing he was even talking
It
about. He
sucks
was
so
saying that-
bad because the people on Discord, like the Phil Bros, when we actually chat with them and like we're actually on good terms, they're like, yeah, we just like to fuck around a little bit. It sucks. I want to have genuine conversation. Frege, Geach, whatever, however you pronounce that.
Forget.
I understand that you might know more terminology. You need to be able to simplify it if you want to. I should not need to have a PhD to be able to believe in a God if God is absolutely true.
Also, I don't think he knew because the guy he was talking about when it's
You're not
teaching
going to
that-
simplify it, dude. You're going to hop in here and you're going to say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious again. Then you're going to fucking laugh like a douchebag when we don't understand what you're saying. And then you're going to say, oh, low tier, low tier, low tier. Like, be a real human being. Be a human being. If you genuinely believe in God, demonstrate why we should. Explain why we should. Use reasoning. Explain why your reasoning is true and why we should accept it. Like, be a fucking human. Don't be a robot.
Should put a beer to your lips.
I would like an actual argument, and I'm willing to change my mind. The only reason I don't believe in a God is because I don't have any justification to believe in a God. If you say something and I say I don't accept it because of, you got to counter it.
Tribalism is true, therefore God doesn't exist.
Trivial.
Trivialism. Will you
Both.
idiot?
Both. Hey man, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. My back is a little fucked up from how much I've been talking about Iran for the past few days.
Oh, you've been
Forgive
going
me.
ham, haven't you?
Yeah, forgive me if I'm a little
It is awful over there.
rusty. Well, because here's the thing, I'm a Republican that doesn't support Trump.
So a decent human being.
Eh.
I think that anyone who doesn't support Trump is a decent human being.
No,
in
he
most cases.
does.
Oh, you do? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. It's because of his cabinet, but we're not getting into politics. We're getting into
Freg,
God.
however you pronounce it. I'm gonna give you both another chance. I want a genuine conversation, but you both know that you're being Philbro douchebags. Have an actual fucking conversation. I'm gonna get you up first. Yap, you'll be next. Well, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
It's
What's
three.
up, Frege Geach in the
Let's
house,
get you both in
guys?
here. How do you pronounce that? Frege or Frege?
It's Frege Geach, bro.
Frege. Okay.
Yeah. This is
You
him
ever
right here
familiar
in my
with the
profile
Kilmer?
picture. Isn't he beautiful?
That looks like Frederick Engels with a face swap.
No. It's Frege Geach.
All right, guys. You both, I'm guessing, came from the same Discord. Come on,
We're
let's
not
have an
in a
actual.
Discord.
Let's have an actual conversation.
Yeah,
Prove to me that God made the sky.
of course.
That's kind of not an actual conversation though, right?
Dude,
Like you wanted an
dude,
actual
stop,
conversation.
stop,
Hold on.
stop,
No, hold
stop.
on. Let me explain. Because there's no evidence proving or disproving a God to begin with. So
Well,
to
there
Yes.
prove
is
that
evidence
God
that
no,
made
is
the
I don't
sky,
agree with that either, dude. No, like, okay, the Christian God, for instance, is outside of space time, yet interacts with space time. That's impossible. You can't have causal relation without time. So no, that God does not exist. Period.
right? I wasn't even talking about the Christian God. I just said a God.
Okay.
Are you a Christian? Yes or no?
No.
What are you? What do you believe in?
Basically Hindu, but I don't fuck with the caste system. I believe that all of existence is God.
Basically Hindu.
Wait,
Based, I
wait.
guess.
Go more in depth on that.
Okay,
God's-
so no, not gods. It's one God dreaming that they are all of existence, including the mortals, including the gods, including the rocks and the shit in your butt.
let me ask. You believe all of this is a dream of a God?
I believe that life is a dream, essentially. Yeah, I'm not
Why?
gonna like wake up from it. It's a very nice. What do you mean? Why?
That's like a brain in a vat argument.
How is that a brain in a vat argument?
Well, it's like it could be this, but why should I believe that?
I'm not saying that you should. I just said that I believe that.
The whole point of this panel is for you to
get you to believe something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a discussion / debate stream.
Well, this isn't really a debate. Debates are structured. They have 3-minute segments, so on and so forth.
Discussion
But-
/ debate.
Dude.
Well, slash isn't there.
Yap. You know what I'm fucking saying. I told you guys I'm going to let you up if you have an actual fucking honest human conversation.
Hold on.
You know what I'm talking about.
You're getting a little upset.
It's just called annoyed.
You know what I mean. You know
That-
formal versus fucking TikTok and YouTube. You understand what I'm talking about. Don't be fucking dumb or play dumb.
I'm not being dumb. I'm saying this isn't a debate.
Yes, it quite literally is. We're disagreeing with arguments. That's the definition of fucking debate. It is
No,
not a
that's a
formal.
fight.
It is not a formal debate.
That's not a debate.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Debate definition. Debate definition. A formal discussion on a particular topic in a public meeting or legislative assembly in which opposing arguments
Cody, chill.
Yes, okay, evidence. I have a question,
argue
bro.
about, especially in a formal manner. Oh my god, they just love me raging. Why don't
think we
people
need to lower our
understand what
cortisol.
words mean?
Let me in!
I'm sensing some tension in the air, guys. I think we need to lower.
No. I was just like, I was waiting.
Lower the
And well,
cortisol.
Yeah, I
well,
know
no,
it was
I
loud.
was
I'm sorry,
just
guys.
trying. Well, I was just trying to get in, and I was having a little, anchor when I wasn't getting in. So
Your
I-
rage
Hey,
is so
evidence
close to mine.
first.
I
I have
love
a
it.
question.
Yeah.
Huh?
Could you please unblock me?
Why? What? No.
I've done nothing wrong.
Well, what is your belief?
My belief?
Yeah, do you believe in a God?
Of course, bro.
'Cause you're a Christian, right? We went over that.
This is true.
Right.
Who's this guy?
Okay, so
Oh,
what do you
Braden
got for us?
philosophy, aka BTA epistemology.
Okay, that's what I figured. Sorry, just doing a little dippy in the toesies. So with this epistemology, can you virtually demonstrate the difference between
My sources.
What?
Pause. I'm so sorry. I read this comment and I want to get to it. Iris, if you
ahead.
see this genuine question, what are your sources? I would really love to educate myself. I am ignorant as fuck. I am very new to philosophy. I've only been studying philosophy for 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm very new. I'm very ignorant on many subjects. When it comes to these streams, my main thing is when someone brings something up that I don't know, I look it up and I try to be as unbiased as possible. When it comes to arguments about things that are testable, you gotta look up the tests. So that could be peer review research.
Could you bring up my queen, autumn.dva?
We bring up one person at a time usually.
You brought up
Well,
2 people. You brought up me and Yep, so I think you
Yeah,
can bring up
because
autumn.dva.
we were having a little boredom with you guys, but when just getting back into it, you keep referring back to this epistemology. Can you actually tell me what you believe in?
Yeah, I think the sky is basically blue.
You think that the sky? Wait, hold on. Does the sky have mass? And what is that mass?
Does the sky have mass?
Wait,
Anyway.
why did you drop my goat?
Oh, you're
Why do
both
you
on
have a
both of them.
fucking like big ass arm?
Oh, by the way, Will, I'm officially an evolutionary biologist.
Oh, congrats!
I never got super into Fallout 4.
What's
Alright,
up?
Truth. What's up, brother?
How you doing?
You got a lot of background sound.
Oh, hang on, let me get away. Yeah, okay. Is that better? Can you hear me now?
No. We can
Oh, hang
hear
on,
you,
let
but
me-
we can hear music, which will.
Hang on. I got you. Give me like 3 seconds. I'll get into like a really quiet area.
I know I'm an asshole. The difference is I'm an honest asshole. I'm going to call you a dumbass. I'm going to explain why I believe you're a dumbass. And then if you do Philbro nonsensical bullshit as an explanation to purposefully try and make me rage, I'm going to kick you for being
Let
a
me
purposeful
up.
douche. Me calling you a dumbass and explaining why you're a dumbass is a lot better than just purposefully trying to make you rage. I'm not trying to make you rage. I'm not
I don't know
trying to be
why,
a
but it
douche.
just kicked me and Will.
I think maybe it's my
Me and
internet.
Will just got kicked for some reason. Let me get Will back up.
Wait, it like kicked you?
Yeah, like we were both of us just got like completely gone from it.
That don't make you
Jesus.
rage. Stupidity makes me rage, and rage baiters make me rage. No shit.
Well, like, why do you like? I don't
Are you
understand
in
why
a
you get
bathroom?
so. Yeah, for a second. So I don't understand why you get like so mad though.
The fuck?
Right?
Yeah, I
Like,
just
what's
get
the
mad.
point of getting
What-
so
what-
angry?
Why do you believe in God?
Yeah, I just like maybe you need to get some therapy, twin.
Probably.
Like, lock
Why do you
in.
believe in
You know what
God?
I'm saying? It's just like a basic belief I hold. It's like some Plantinga basic belief. I think it's just like an axiom.
How's God an axiom? Because axiom means self-evident, which means it is the
Yeah,
evidence
it's self.
for
It's
itself.
self.
You don't
Yeah,
need to
it's self.
demonstrate it, whereas
Yeah,
God needs demonstration. Not everyone believes in it, but we all believe that things exist because without things
it's
existing,
an
nothing
axiom.
would work.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not an
Without
axiom.
without
God
believing
is not an
without
axiom.
believing in him. Well, without believing in him, nothing can be intelligible,
That's
right?
a claim. That's not a truth. It's a
It's
claim.
not a
You have to
claim.
demonstrate
It's
it.
due to the impossibility of the contrary, and it would be a contradiction,
No, you
right?
have to demonstrate the impossibility of the contrary. I
Well,
can
just give me
demonstrate
your
without
worldview.
air. It
Yeah,
is
give me your
impossible.
worldview.
Pause.
Give me your worldview. Give me your worldview.
It is impossible for us to be alive without air. The contrary of having air is to die. You need to demonstrate the
The
contrary being
contrary
impossible.
of having air is to die.
Well, for humans, yes. You don't be a philosopher, Philip.
You didn't use the word CHP3 for the specific chemicals that are in our air. So actually, you're wrong.
It's CHP4.
I made that up on the spot. Our actual air chemical makeup is N2O2 or O2.
CHP4 is for.
All right,
Um.
we'll hear out Autumn. I'm not letting.
I think
Yap
that's
or
for
Freya up
computers.
anymore.
What?
I think CHP4 is for computers.
Nah, I remember there's something.
Alright.
My
Whoever
organic
needs to be
chemistry
seen,
class had
which
a
god do
little
you believe
thing
in?
on. It was either the brain or the heart.
Which god do you
I've
believe
read
in?
that
Autumn?
somewhere.
Sorry, I can't hear over everybody else talking.
Which god do you believe in?
No specific one. I'm just a theist, bro.
Like agnostic or deist?
Well, I'm just like a theist. I don't hold to any specific like
You believe-
religious
You believe a
institution.
god created the universe and is triomni?
Triomni, no.
Interesting. Okay.
Biomni. I think that God is all powerful and all knowing.
Is he so strong
Is your god
that he could make a
empirical?
rock he couldn't lift?
No, God is metaphysical. I don't think that God can do contradictions. but
That's a
that doesn't
claim.
contradict the definition that I gave because I didn't even give a definition of all powerful. But
Yeah, what's the
when I'm
definition of all
talking
powerful?
about, yeah, when you're all powerful, it means you can do all things that are relevant to the logical modal scope.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When
Yeah,
you
so
said
do
your
you,
God was metaphysical,
Well, I
can
mean,
he
God is
interact?
metaphysical, but if God
Mhm.
interacts with something in reality,
yeah,
dependent on
when,
what it is, that would be an empirical claim.
Does your God interact with reality in any way, shape, or form except its creation?
I'm agnostic on that.
Valid.
Okay.
So why do you believe in it?
Yeah, because I think that an ISR account of meta-ontology is true. And if that's the case,
I don't know what that is.
then yeah, it's basically saying that what it means to exist is to have semantic or conceptual content. So like Spider-Man would exist, but he would only exist stance dependently, if that makes sense. So like to you, God would exist as a mere stance dependent thing, but that would actually result in a contradiction.
Why should
So
I
you're
grant
saying,
that he exists?
well, hold on. So I'm just like trying to understand the logic. You're saying because I understand that Spider-Man is a fictional story, but he still exists, even though he's a concept.
He exists stance dependently.
Meaning?
Yeah, insofar as his existence depends on some sort of
No,
rational
no, no, no.
mind.
Meaning.
Meaning what? What are you
Yeah,
wanting the
she
meaning on?
explained.
Look,
Requires a
and the
rational
reason,
mind.
hold
That
on,
doesn't-
and then the reason that God couldn't be a mind dependent thing is because God is all powerful, which would mean that he has control over everything that's possible, right?
It's a
And
claim.
But that's also
Why should I
empirical.
believe
that's
it?
that's an entailment of the definition. So God is a thing, right? And God exists, but you're saying he exists stance dependently. I'm saying the features that are true of him would make him the first cause, right? And if he's
Yeah.
the first cause, then he can't be a mind
But it
dependent
doesn't
thing
make him
because
real.
mind dependent things, hold on, let me finish. Because mind dependent things are caused by minds. God can't be caused by
So
anything.
that's a claim. We made up God. Demonstrate that
That's
he
an
exists
analytic
independent.
truth.
No, it's not. Demonstrate that he exists independent of our minds.
I just did.
No, you didn't. You made a claim. You have to demonstrate your claim. This is
It's
epistemology.
an analytic truth
No, it's
based on
not.
what the
You have to
concept
demonstrate
is.
it. Logic and analytics still require demonstration that they are true.
Yeah, it's an analytic truth because if you agree to my definition of God, which is just
I agree
an
that that could
omnipotent,
be true, but it doesn't mean that it
omnish-
exists.
Well, it's analytically
In
true
a
that that's what
metaphysical
that is.
framework, it is.
Wait,
it
you already
can
agreed
work.
that God exists, but you're
No, I
thinking
did
that
not.
he exists as a
No.
stance-dependent thing.
No,
Yeah.
false.
We this conversation is immediately going off the rails. It kind of needs to just be. Well, hold
I
on.
think that you're going
It's
off
okay.
the rails.
They're all Phil Bros. They're all from the same Reddit.
Well, it's okay. But
Oh my god,
but
I was
the-
so hoping that my first time back on live in a month would be good. It's all just a bunch of Phil Bros. Guys, I can grant your like
That
certain
was
attributes
just-
and characteristics in a framework, but why should I believe that it actually exists? That's the question. Granting that an attribute could be true doesn't mean that it actually exists. I can grant that a unicorn could be pink and fluffy. It doesn't mean that the unicorn exists.
She also said that her God was metaphysical, but yet it's all-knowing and had created the universe.
And that
which is an
can be
empirical thing.
true. Like in a metaphysical framework, God could be, dependent on whatever logic you want to use, could be all-knowing. But that doesn't mean it exists. In the framework of the metaphysics that you're framing it around, yes, this could work with this or that, but if you want to bring it into our actual world, you have to demonstrate that it actually exists.
Nobody? What are you saying that she's the goat?
She's a goat.
No, yeah, he's saying that she's right.
I don't know, but we got more people.
Yeah, Yap
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
coming up and Eugene isn't coming up. The other three are new.
If anyone has any questions about evolutionary biology, I want to put my piece of paper to the test.
I don't know. This username looks weird. State your business.
If it looks weird, they're definitely Phil Bro.
What is this like nightmare you have of like Phil Rose, bro? Like I'm just a dude.
What?
How's it going, Michael? You over the age of 18?
Yeah, of course, I'm 18. So, and I was the
I
previous
didn't
one.
ask you any other questions.
I'll be gone in a bit. I'll be gone for a bit. All right. See
All right,
ya.
brother.
Whoa.
How's it going, Rancho? You over the age of 18?
Yeah,
Okay. Which God do you believe in?
the Christian one.
Okay. Why should I?
Yeah, I think there's some facts about our universe that are more likely if the Christian God exists,
Like what?
like fine tuning or psychophysical harmony.
All right. Explain fine tuning.
Fine tuning is just there's certain life permitting constants, like the gravitational constant being a certain value.
And how do you know God made that?
Well, we don't know that God made that, but it's much more expected under the God hypothesis than
So
the
it
not
doesn't
God
mean that God is
hypothesis.
true. That's incorrect. Gravity works because of mass attracting mass in the gravitational field. So how do you know that God has anything to do with that to make God a truth value?
Well, God can't be true because God isn't a proposition, right?
Yeah, it is. You are claiming that God is true. The proposition being God is true. So
Oh,
how do
but
you
like
demonstrate this to
God,
be true?
like God himself can't be true or false, right?
That's
Like the
what you're arguing. You're
proposition,
saying God is true. Your
I'm saying
proposition is God
God
is real.
exists. God exists. Okay.
Yeah, that is a
Well,
proposition. You are saying God is real and true. The
okay.
truthfulness is that God exists. So how do you know that God made gravity?
Okay. God didn't. Okay. So when we look at the formula for gravity, right? G m1 m2
It's
over r
accurate as
squared.
shit. Demonstrate God made it.
1 second. Let me get my
It's
point.
accurate as fuck. Congratulations. Demonstrate God made it.
Oh, yeah. God would have reasons to do so under the naturalistic framework.
I can
We
agree
must
that there
assume
could be reasons in a
what?
metaphysical framework. How do you know God made it?
Because it's more likely under God than under naturalism.
False. We know how gravity works and God has nothing to do with it. Demonstrate how God made it.
What do you think the data we're updating on is?
How does gravity work?
No, that's not the data
How
I'm
does
updating
gravity
on.
work?
What do you mean? Are you asking me a question, or are
Yup.
you saying
What
that's
is
the
the
evidence?
theory of gravity? The law of gravity is that things come down. The theory of gravity explains
Well,
why. So
yeah,
what is the theory of gravity?
yeah, the gravitational constant times mass 1 times mass 2 over the
Wonderful.
distance
So we
between the
know
center
why
of
and how
radius
gravity
squared.
works. Where is God in that?
The gravitational constant could vary, though,
Where
correct? It
I
could have been
don't know.
different.
I don't know. Demonstrate that it could have been different.
Oh, well, it's logically possible it could have been
It's
different.
also logically possible a unicorn inside of my asshole made the universe. Demonstrate that God made gravity.
Okay, what I'm saying is when we look at the set of constants, right?
Gravity is fucking
There's
constant. Demonstrate that God made it. Your claim is God made it.
wait,
There's no
gravity isn't constant, the
shut
gravitational
up. There's evidence that gravity exists. There's evidence in how gravity works and why it does what it does. Demonstrate that God did it.
because only a certain range of the gravitational constant would allow for life. That's the data that we're
Cool.
updating on.
Demonstrate that God did it.
It's extremely unlikely under naturalism.
Cool.
It's more
Demonstrate that
likely
God did
under
it.
it's more likely under the God
Well, lightning is
hypothesis
Demonstrate
than
strange,
the
that
so
claim.
God.
naturalism.
That's a claim.
Well,
Demonstrate it.
and
Yeah,
you're saying
God would have certain dispositions or
That's
reasons
a
to
claim.
actualize.
Demonstrate it.
Yeah, the way that I would demonstrate that is by appealing to divine psychology as well as how unlikely it is
Presupposing
on
God
the
exists already is not proof.
How is
Demonstrate
that?
that God
Wait,
did it.
how is that presupposing God exists?
Presupposing God exists does not prove God made gravity. Demonstrate that God has anything to do
Wait,
with
how
gravity.
is that presupposing
How
God
do you
exists?
demonstrate that God has anything to do with it other than it doesn't make sense to you and you want God to
My
exist?
God.
Therefore, you presuppose that God does exist and gravity doesn't make sense unless God made it. So demonstrate that God made it.
Okay, here's how. Whenever we say, when you ask for evidence, you compare
Gravity is
two
demonstrable.
hypotheses.
Demonstrate that God
Oh
made
my
it.
God, you have to let me speak,
Gravity
right?
is empirical, is it not? Yes or no?
Gravity is empirical? Yeah,
Yep.
sure.
Cool. Good boy. Prove God fucking did it.
Oh my God, dude. You
Be a good little bitch and demonstrate how God made gravity with your
this
empirical
shit
claim that
isn't
God made gravity.
bro. Look,
Gravity is
I have not
empirical.
been
God is a
rhetorical.
bullshit unicorn metaphysical claim.
Unicornical. Uh-oh. Are you starting to
Another Phil bro douchebag bitch. Peep this. You over the age of 18? Weston, you over the age of 18?
So what do you? Yeah. So like, what do you
Which
mean
God do
by
you
like?
Phil bro? Neo. What? How are you over the age of 18?
Yeah, yeah.
Which God do you believe in?
I believe in the God of consciousness. I believe that you're God.
Interesting. Why?
The reason is because it's the only thing that has direct evidence. Everything else is speculation and assumption. Even science is
What's the
speculation
evidence
and
that I
assumption.
am God?
The evidence that you are God is the fact that you popped into reality, and you can only interact with reality through your senses, through touch, smell, taste, feel, right? So
Wait,
there is
pause. What's
nothing
your
on.
definition of
So
God?
I'm a reactive symbiotic being. That
Yeah,
doesn't
so
mean that
there's
I'm a
nothing.
god.
Yeah, so there's nothing in this realm of reality that you can uh, analyze, interact with, conceive without your mind.
Sure. What's your definition of God?
My definition of God is the source of all things and the creator of all things,
Did
and
I
that's
make
your
the
that's
universe?
consciousness and your mind. Yeah, you did.
Demonstrate that.
The reason that you made the universe is because the universe that you're currently in, the mic that you're talking on, you hearing my
Demonstrate
voice
that I made
through
the
your
mic.
ears right now. I'm trying to demonstrate it right
No,
now.
you're making up
Right?
a bullshit tangent. Demonstrate
Listen,
that I made the
I am
mic.
not. Can I talk? You don't even let people
I
talk.
bought the mic off
I'm
of
trying to.
Amazon. I did not make it.
Right. I'm saying so.
Some
Everything.
Chinese kid
My
made
point
it.
is,
Demonstrate
please
that I made
interact
the
with me.
microphone.
Please interact with me in good faith, bro.
Nope, you
Like,
just
come on
said,
now.
yeah, use good faith. You just
I'm
said that I
trying
made the
to. I
microphone.
can't get the words
Demonstrate
out.
that I made the microphone.
Right. This is how I can demonstrate that you are currently producing.
Muffin Man, you over the age of 18?
Muffin Man. Okay.
Syllogism.
Oh, that guy was a shit show.
Brother,
Okay.
you have PHI in your fucking name.
It's phase. I have the theory of everything in my page. If you guys want to check it out.
The theory of everything. Isn't that a song? Ivani.
Why don't you believe in God, you piece of shit, you bad dumb black bitch, you black nigger, fuck you bitch ass nigga. You lame ass.
I'm what?
White boy,
A
white nigga.
little
Why don't you
too,
believe in God?
a little
There's
too
no evidence for it.
non-melanated for that. The
All right,
Phoenix?
let's pause. Pause. Oh, pause.
Oh,
Pause. Pause.
sorry.
Fenix, don't say anything yet. We have a super chat. $10 super chat. All right, Steven. It's Steve. Since murder is a subjective preference, not actually wrong, I don't agree with that. Shouldn't the godless demand schools teach boys grape and murder is not wrong, but just preference them to decide? So again, ethics. The definition of subjective is going to be mind dependent and or changes in accordance with thoughts. Oh shit, man, it's been a fucking minute. Thoughts, feelings, and taste. So anything that changes in your mind, thoughts, feelings, and taste, therefore, is subjective, or if it's dependent on your mind.
I wouldn't grant taste. Taste is a receptor thereof. It isn't the conceiver of.
Not taste like tongue taste. Taste like interest.
I'm stupid.
You're good. So when it comes to right or wrong, I base mine on empathy and science. So like, I know that it's wrong to harm another human being because A, without other human beings become depressed and suicidal. B, I know what it feels like to feel pain and I have empathy. I don't want someone else to experience it because I know how bad it hurts. So that's why we have morals. Thank you for the $10 super chat and the 5. Okay.
Anyways, the Phoenix. It looks like Phoenix, but spelt with an F.
Yeah, I said
What's
Phoenix
up?
first too. Phoenix was
Yeah,
up here a little bit ago.
It was a spelling from back in the Super Nintendo days when you had 5 letters for JRPGs.
Oh.
Because I'm old.
I'm too young for that.
Yeah. Missing some great games, but they have limited characters for the
My
naming.
knees hurt. Can you prove to me a god?
I can't. Nor would I try to. I'm an atheist.
Oh.
So, no, I just there were a lot of Phil Bros, and I just wanted to come up and
I appreciate you. I
say
get a lot of
say
Phil Bros. I think I get more Phil
hey,
Bros than anyone else.
and so here's the thing, right? This conversation necessitates philosophy.
Yeah, and I agree.
But that's not the same as being a Phil Bro.
Yes.
Don't come up here and just try to kill the conversation with jargon.
Yep.
If you say it in the Phil Bro jargon first and then like explain it so we can have a conversation.
Yes. Exactly. Dumb it down a little bit. I'm not going to know every single word.
Right. I mean, I had to look up modal something that the one guy said.
Brother, so every single day, even like the fine tuning argument, I look it up every single time, even though I've done this for 7 months now I've been streaming, and I still look it up on a daily basis.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's just because I don't want to get it wrong.
Exactly.
Like, the thing is that they are trying to confuse the argument with,
which is another
with
fallacy. We do have a $5 super chat from Mustache Mayak. Have you heard of emotivism? I have not. Basically a subject theory which argues that morals are just from our emotions and don't have a truth value. What are your thoughts on that?
Wow, not excellent. It's almost like it's exactly expressed that issue. And you could actually try to use evidence, but you know you don't have evidence because you know that empiricism won't work. So what's embarrassing is that you didn't listen and you're dishonest.
Like
like all theists not excellent.
Some morals, like murder, for instance, I would agree are objectively wrong based in our evolution of empathy, but they're still subject to change and they're still subjective because they can change.
You know what I love?
Heroin?
Sorry, I totally no, don't do heroin. I just sorry to cut you off again. I just really I see these requests in the request box, and it's these Phil Bros. And every time I deny their request, they re-request up. Like I'm suddenly just gonna change my mind and go, you know what? I've denied him the past 10 times. Let me let him up this time. I'm gonna let
Empathy
him up.
doesn't explain
Like,
why it's
what?
wrong. It's wrong to me because I understand what it feels like to feel pain, and I don't want someone else to deal with that.
Yeah, like
It is not objectively wrong. It is subjective. In my subjective opinion, murder is wrong. It is not objectively wrong. I could argue that it's objective because we all evolve pretty much the same. There are some people like sociopaths that don't have empathy. You just said murder is objectively wrong. It can be considered objective, sure, because we have evolved to a degree where the majority of us, the vast majority of us, have the same neurological pathways that allow for these same emotions, from nerve endings feeling pain to understanding what pain feels like in our brain chemistry, to understand that if someone else feels it, we've felt it before, we know it doesn't feel good. Like, it's all psychological.
Feelings are subjective though, because feelings can alter due to your brain chemistry. So
Steve,
no.
$5 super chat. Teach boys that grape and murder is a subjective preference. I do.
The goals of morality are subjective. The actions within a moral framework are objective. If
Yes,
human
that was a
well-being
good way to say
is
that.
the goal, then
I don't
murder
mean
is
to cut you
objective.
off,
You're
Phoenix, but
telling
we
me
have
that I'm a
somebody.
people pleaser. That's literally what you said, and that it's okay. You were belittling me the way that you were speaking to me, and when I corrected you and
Excuse
said
you?
I don't want to please you or anyone at all.
Excuse you. You wait to be introduced.
What's going on?
I have no idea. Blue, are you over the age of 18? Are you, like, in an argument?
I'm so confused. Blue, unmute yourself. Okay, we'll move on. Interesting. Yeah, Fenix, I appreciate you saying that with the subjective as well. That's a really good point.
That was weird.
He might be arguing with TikTok chat. I have no idea.
It sounded like they were in a phone call with like a girlfriend or something.
That's what I swear.
That's
It sounded like he was
referring to.
arguing with a
So,
woman.
let me explain. Let's look up empathy. First of all, what it is. Empathy definition. Okay, so the definition of empathy is going to be the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Okay, so now let's look up what causes empathy.
You look so cute, Cody.
Thank you, Daddy. Empathy arises from a combination of brain mechanisms, genetics, life experiences, and social development that allow humans to perceive, understand, and share the emotions of others. It's evolution. So, in accordance with people that have these certain frameworks, the mechanisms, genetics, life experiences, to a degree of some form of healthiness, right? Because some people are born as sociopaths, right? They're missing this neurological link to be able to understand and perceive empathy towards others. As long as we are, which the vast majority of us have empathy, that's where it comes. I mean, it's not like a confusing thing.
I believe all Christians are sociopaths underneath. I
Remember,
don't believe
was
they
a
actually
Christian.
feel. I know. Well, I know you're kind of. I mean, you show some tendencies. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Evidence
You'd be
is everywhere.
perfect candidate for the CIA. You'd be.
I think Christianity teaches sociopathy. I'm against the teachings of Christianity.
I agree with many of them.
What? Why?
Well, like the Ten Commandments, for instance. Those are good.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
first
but
five are just God is really cool. They're not that good.
just okay. But also the same thing as like veganism. You know, Schmittler was in support of vegans. That doesn't mean that like I'm gonna read his work and take his work
Sure.
into account because that one thing was right.
Which, yeah,
Like,
there's
that
many
is
contradictions
completely-
of Jesus, for sure.
Well, I just mean for the Ten Commandments, that is completely separated from God, and it's actually illogical to teach them along with God, than rather to teach them the actual outstanding knowledge from schools and stuff. Because if we did that, then we wouldn't be sitting here right now going, "Oh, why do I feel bad when I hurt somebody?" You know, like if we didn't just slap on the God label to that, we actually explain people, hey, you have a brain that thinks things, and other people have brains that think things, and you can think that other people can think things, so you don't want them to think things because you are tribal and you like groups and you are a social animal. You are a social monkey. You like to talk to other monkeys. Monkey that talk to no other monkey go insane. So you need monkey.
Literally true. And that is where empathy comes from. Congratulations. We just proved subjectiveness.
That's it. It's just monkey need monkey, so monkey no hurt monkey.
It really sucks because I love, like, in my day-to-day life, I chat with many of my friends who are Christians, and I question them, and we have really good arguments. It's so fun. But on TikTok and YouTube, it's like so many fucking Phil bros that don't even want to have an honest conversation. They just want to be douchebags. Like, I am an asshole, but when we actually have a good conversation, I'm not an asshole to you.
You see, there's a difference. I'm a dick. You're an asshole.
There you
Dicks
go.
fuck. No. Just listen. It's the same. I'm quoting Team America, the World Police. I'm quoting the movie directly here. The world is full of dicks, and pussies don't like dicks because pussies get fucked by dicks. But assholes get fucked by dicks too, and assholes always try and shit all over everything. But you need to let dicks fuck assholes.
What the fuck did I just like walk into?
Me explaining why you need to be a dick to somebody sometimes, because sometimes assholes just want to shit all over everything.
That is, I think that's my cue to get another chocolate milk.
I'm gonna drop down now. I just thought that
I appreciate
things are
you
going
hopping up,
crazy.
Phoenix.
I thought things are going crazy, and I just wanted to be a calm voice of reason.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you. You have yourself a good night, all right?
Oh, and my fridge fell.
Oh,
Your
well, you go
fridge
deal
fell?
with that. I believe
Well,
in you.
more of the stuff on my fridge, but yeah.
All right. You have a good night, brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a good night. Yeah.
I feel like I thought he fell. I was about to say, like, whoops.
Like, he didn't even make a single sound.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, impressive. He was probably like ninja saving himself. So, Evan, are you gonna actually use your degree in any way, shape, or form, or are you just gaining it for the title?
For the clout. So okay, I kind of want to try and work towards a professorship. But right now it is just going for the degrees.
Okay, which is cool. That's that's a good thing. But one thing that I'd say on the side, just so you can make sure, raise capital. I am very young. I'm 27, and I own a few millions of dollars, and that's not just because I was ignorant. All you got to do is just raise capital, buy gold, silver, shit like that. Just something that you can sit on for a
Silver's
couple
too
of
expensive
years.
right now. Silver's pretty hard to
Uh,
get nowadays.
it's not gonna go down. So
Yeah.
my
dad has a decent bit of silver, so.
good. Well, I just mean for that same concept or that same idea, because remember you're coming in at the end of the silver rush, so you have to understand that you really just raise capital on the side, something that you can throw into a fucking piggy bank for all I care, something that that you don't want to touch, or make it such a hard thing to change it back or to liquidate it that you won't want to do it for another 15 years.
Yeah. Well,
To,
the hardest part is just getting the capital.
Well, that's why you raise it, so you can buy more capital and then raise it and then buy more capital.
Yeah.
If you can't turn $20 into $100 in one day, then what are you doing?
I can turn $0 into $100 after a blackout.
After a okay.
After blacking out.
Okay.
You didn't get that at all, I don't think.
No.
Cody, I wanted to see if you can get it. I can turn $0 into $100 after blacking out.
I don't get it. I don't think he gets it either.
At a bar.
This doesn't make any sense. Like, you bet somebody to...
Get it now?
Oh, that you would, blow somebody?
Yes.
You're
Cody,
muted, by the
we
way,
can't hear
Cody.
you. We can't hear you.
Tap the unmute button.
You idiot.
It's been a long time! What's up, Kashka?
So, Kashka?
Kashka.
This next Philbro or Philette that
No,
comes up
Kashka,
here and tries
Kashka
to...
is a friendly.
Kashka is a friendly.
No. I'm just... Kashka can be a friendly. I don't care. The next Philbro or Philette that comes on this panel and tries to give some existentialism onto it, I will drag my sweaty balls across their face.
You can do that to me.
I'd pay you for that.
It's
To
getting
do a
late,
little
Cody.
shot
We're
glass
gonna have to
in my
joke about
sweat.
this sort of stuff. It's
Little-
slowing down.
Little shot glass of ball sweat.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Churn the butter.
Kim, do you want to stay up here?
I don't think Kashka is actually here, so let's just drop her down.
Yeah, I gotta go tell some liberals and some really...
You're leaving
really
me?
MAGA. Yeah, I gotta go deal with MAGA and libs.
Yeah, luckily
So-
I'm a leftist, so.
I frown on your leftism.
You found on free
I-
healthcare.
Brother, I'm about to go into politics with you. I'm this fucking close.
If you really want to know where it's at, if you want to know where the honey spot's at, what politics, like if you want to relate atheism to politics, it's called independent fiscal conservatism.
I'm a
I don't
socialist
want.
Democrat. I
Okay.
grant the independent conservatism, but the conservatism is the aspect of which I cannot grant entirely because I don't grant a lot of the morals. For instance, like
Morality has nothing to do with conservatism.
Well, isn't I mean a lot of
when I think of
conservative
go for it.
policies. I mean, isn't conservatism keeping things close to what they originally were?
Kind of.
Because that's what conservative means.
And no, conservative literally means to conserve the values, to protect, preserve, and improve the quality of life.
Hey, we're gonna throw on. I know there's not a lot of people in here right now, but this is Captain Obvious's band, Malicious Onslaught. We're gonna throw them on in the background for a sec.
All right, cool. But I didn't know. I'm just a lot
Yeah,
of stuff is
you want to conserve the values of your life, to preserve, protect, or improve the quality of life, or you want to liberate those values. It's at a good volume.
It's just that a lot of conservative policies are like very, like anti-LGBTQ plus. Like
I would be opposed to teaching any ideology inherent with body chemistry. I wouldn't teach
I think that,
Christianity.
I think that sort of stuff should be taught.
If you guys are
hold on.
interested in that, that is Malicious Onslaught on Spotify.
Malicious Onslaught. Nice.
I'm sorry I couldn't play more. I'm too distracted, and I really like this conversation.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it specifically. Well, I think that, you can't talk about history.
You can
without
That's-
talking about I mean, if you're talking about civil rights, you're going to talk about Stonewall, this is like Stonewall Monument, and
let me respond and give you kind of a picture for you to paint. Instead of looking at a blank canvas and trying to just let me explain what I'm painting to you, let me actually paint it. First off, you wouldn't teach Christianity in sex ed class, would you?
No.
That'd be pretty stupid. Okay, so I'm not going to involve any type of ideological change that consists within the 21st century or the 18th century or the 13th century. Whether or not that we teach the history about it is not my concern. My concern is that when we're teaching people about bodily autonomy, we don't teach them about sexual identity thereof. Via sexual identity is completely separate via the way of how your fucking dick works.
Yeah, except here's the thing, teaching kids that who aren't in good situations, have transphobic families who are trans, because there are trans kids, they exist.
Okay,
I
but when
was
I'm
one of them.
explaining the epidermis to a 5th grader, I'm not going to tell them that two dicks rub up against each other sometimes because it feels good.
No,
That's
you're
not
gonna,
the same
you're not gonna
conversation.
talk about how sex.
Well,
I
but
think
that's
that-
that's exact thing with sexual identification. That's the exact thing that you're talking about. Oh, we're not going to talk about how the sexes interact with each other, but we're going to tell them of how the sexes interact with each other. That was very, very, very dumb.
Talking about teaching people about different parts of anatomy is important.
Yes, sexual education.
That's what I'm talking about. But also telling trans kids, hey, it's okay to be trans is a good thing.
Blind acceptance to an inherent ideology is kind of what threw off Germany in the 30s.
Yeah, trans people aren't an ideology. They are
Yeah.
supported by biology and neurology.
true.
Furthermore, you are
Transgenderism
not
happens
teaching
within-
children
Okay,
how
hold
to have
on.
gay sex. You are showing children that some people love other people, like their teacher may be to a male married to a male.
Okay,
like
well,
my
okay,
biology teacher
Go ahead.
was a gay guy.
Okay, transgenderism within
Transgenderism is not a thing.
Doesn't
Okay,
exist well.
whatever.
Transgenderism isn't
Wait,
is it
just
doesn't
whatever.
exist. It's
I'm
not
very
an
confused.
ideology.
No, it's all right.
It's not an
People
ideology.
aren't a monolith.
Transgender is biology, isn't it?
It's biology and psychology.
Yeah.
It's supported by psychology and biology. Like I'm non-binary, which means I'm trans.
You are technically a woman, though, correct?
Technically,
Your
I'm a
chromosomes,
female.
you're a female.
Yeah.
But
Chromosomally, I'm female.
absolutely none of you is that. That's why I call you dude. But
Yeah,
you've
like
also admitted that you're
I
okay
don't
with
care
that.
what you call
Yeah.
me. I'm non-binary, or like gender fluid, non-binary. What I thought.
Right.
Like, I'm probably more like agender. You know.
Hormones play as big a part as
Wait,
chromosomes.
Will, how do you?
Environmental factors.
Are you against?
I think it's more against like teaching it to kids, which I disagree with. Teaching kids that
I would
hey,
love
it's
to
okay
tell
be
you
trans.
guys.
Because here's the thing, telling kids it's okay to be trans saves lives.
Statistically, I would agree in my ignorance. I'm very ignorant on all these subjects, but Will, I want to hear your side.
So there's a very clear distinction between kids who commit suicide. I don't know who to say. Well, I'm just gonna say it because it's around the end of life. Kids who commit suicide. When kids are less accepted rather than when they are accepted, and the fact that trans kids and trans people are accepted by biology and supported by biology and psychology, and that every single World Health Organization and 99% of all scientists, like neurologists who study this sort of stuff, agree that trans people are valid.
Oh, Autumn wants to debate the trans topic. I'm ignorant on this, so I would be like I'm 100% ignorant.
But there's a very clear difference in kids who are supported by their parents and their peers and people around them versus people who aren't, and a very clear discrepancy. Kids
So
who
Walish, I don't mean to be rude, but he did ask me something.
Yeah, I want to hear Will's thoughts on it. And let's
sorry.
rebuttal a little bit. I'm very curious about Will's thoughts. I do want to hear Autumn's argument and see if we can come to some sort of agreement. We'll go for it.
All right. One, I really could care less about anyone's panel's feelings. Okay, it has
Sure.
nothing to do with this conversation.
Sure,
Whether you
yeah.
feel that you are something doesn't change whether or not you're something. If you have biologically altered your body, you have an alternative. You have a adjective placed onto that, meaning transitional to woman. If you say that I am a trans woman because you have transitioned into a woman, I can accept that and I can grant that because you have changed everything in your body to become them. But here's the thing. When you're talking about having something being taught to people, you are entering in a whole new world of effects upon an impressionable mind. Two things that you had left out, Whaler Skeptic. One, the self-offing rate of people who are of a which, by the way, we had said it wasn't an ideology, but it most certainly, LGBTQ most certainly are ideologies. Whether or not they're based in biological truths or not doesn't negate the fact that it is an ideological stance. Now, whenever on the fact that you want to bring up World Health Organization validating that transgenderism exists within biology, I have no dispute against that. Transgenderism exists within fish and frogs. So, you know, it's not like we don't see it within our world.
No, because frogs and fish don't have gender.
Well, frogs do, but
They have sexes.
Okay, so do you differentiate those two words, Will?
Because sex and gender
sexes
are
and genders,
different, Will.
yes, they are. It's okay.
Do you grant
Gender
the
is the
difference or
role.
no?
Yes, gender is the role. The sex is the biological fucking terminology that we
Yeah,
put for
so-
the reproductive
but
part
his-
of the
his
sex.
frogs
It's not.
aren't-
Please,
agree.
Jesus Christ, could I just get a fucking second? Like, I get it. All right, I get it that it's a very hot topic that you want to jump in on, but for the love of God, that we
I'm just curious, it
debate
sounds
every
like
day.
You guys agree.
We do agree on
thought you were
multiple
arguing,
things.
like,
That's why. Well, we do agree on multiple things. If I could just explain
Yeah.
what it is, they would be very, very easy. Okay, when you're talking about the education part, that's the one part that I go no.
Like,
Okay, we already have enough problems with our educational systems and the self-unaliving rates of people who are consistent of this.
are significantly higher of the people who are not. Whether or not that you want to dispute that statistic, you can go to the very website that you pulled up yourself, World Health Organization, and you can look at the rates in between the two. I just have a really big problem with introducing a newer ideology. I think it should be debated in college rooms, not classrooms.
Well, what are your thoughts about like sex education, right? Like we all had sex education, boys have this, girls have this. And now we have new information that there are
Right.
other people that aren't able, that have natural biological reasonings for feeling different, right? So we should
Yeah.
teach that, wouldn't you agree? Like this is a boy, this is a girl, and someone like, for
With
instance,
the-
Evan, like he was born, he has female chromosomes.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
intersex.
which
I'm
is
not.
tot-
So like that should be something taught.
Yeah, but not on a very basic fundamental level to a structure. Like it's the law of big numbers that I'm perpetuating to you here. If there isn't this significant enough outlier that exists, there's no reason to confuse it at a very small spectrum. Because I'm not going to lie to you. It's not that I want to just destroy this ideology or get rid of it from the earth.
Okay.
No, I do believe it should slowly be approached on. I'm just saying when you're including it with bodily autonomy and anatomy, when you're showing people what the fucking epidermis is, that has nothing to do with explaining the sexual relations in between.
epidermis.
That has nothing to do with the sexual relations in between the two. I'm sorry, in sex ed class, did you learn any sexual positions?
No, but
Okay, well, hold on. In sex ed class, In sex ed class, did you learn any body figure types? Did you learn about, did you like this or did you like that?
Yeah, with
No, we don't learn about.
No, wait.
Hold on,
So
hold
you
on. I
didn't
want to
learn.
say
You didn't
something.
learn
We do
anything
learn
about.
about.
Hold on. So you didn't learn anything about the pursuance of sexual nature. You had only learned about the autonomy thereof. So if the teaching of the autonomy
Autonomy?
become yes, it's
You mean anatomy?
anatomy and autonomy are
Okay,
simultaneously the same thing, but whatever. Okay. Going back to it. Anatomy, teaching bodily anatomy is not teaching people the pursuance of sex.
Do you think that that's what pro-trans people want, or do you think that they maybe
When I'm
want to teach?
talking about
Oh wow!
gay,
Holy
when I'm
interruption.
you guys have been interrupting me this whole time. You can.
I
bypass all that
just got
shit.
up here.
That's
Who are
cool.
you?
Okay,
You're
pause,
shadowboxing,
pause,
bro.
pause.
Okay,
Okay,
whatever.
Will, me, you, and Evan, we are friends.
Yeah.
I understand your heart, and I know who you are, right, to some degree. I don't want us to like fight. I don't want you getting like pissed. Genuinely, I want to know your thoughts and why. Autumn requested up. I'm very curious in her thoughts and why as well. Phoenix, I'm very curious about your thoughts. I don't I don't like the actual fighting, guys. I never have, never will.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
Just of the like as a sidestep to this conversation, Wellish, I hope you know that I fully respect you and who you are. And I accept you in every community, and I hope that you are accepted in your community. I just, again, when it comes to the steps towards
So you just don't
education,
like
that
the
is,
early education.
yeah. When you come to education, you come into indoctrination. And
But
when you
it's
come
not
into,
indoctr-
it's such,
indoctrination
okay,
is-
think of, okay, think of literally of the words you are saying: lesbian, gay, trans, and bi.
Yeah.
Hold
Think,
on,
think,
hold
no,
on.
no.
Will,
think.
do you
What
think
does
that they
being
teach?
gay mean? Hold on. What does being gay? That means you pursue
say
an
it's
hetero-
okay to
homos-
like
Hold on,
boys.
hold on, hold
Wait,
on.
I actually do
please.
want to speak on this because I'm pro.
I'm glad
LGBT.
that you want to speak on this.
Look, I'm just
so
saying
glad.
that like.
I'm
if-
so glad. I'm so happy. Anyways,
Okay,
when you're
I've been
talking
muting.
about the
We teach
yes,
about straight couples
yes,
now.
when you're no, we don't. We actually
We
don't.
do.
No,
We
we
do.
don't.
Okay.
We don't. No, we
Okay,
don't.
When we learn
When
about.
we're teaching about sexual education, we do
Why
not
do I
talk
keep
about
getting muted?
sexual intercourse.
Yeah, we do.
You
I'm
talk
sorry.
about
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
At
I'm
age
sorry.
appropriate
Okay, I'm sorry.
in
moments,
first-
like in
no,
eighth
no,
grade,
Hold
you
on,
have the
hold
sex
on.
talk.
Bill,
Okay,
you
in
have the
eighth
sex
grade,
talk.
yes,
Yeah,
you do
you
have.
do.
Okay.
Yeah, so
You know what?
why shouldn't you also have a sex talk that's
All right, fine. You
inclusive
guys got it.
of people under different sexual orientations?
Yeah, like, and I'm not talking about like, hey, this is how you
Yeah,
have
you guys
sex.
got
Like,
it.
I think that should be for something like for them to either do on their own time or to like ask a trusted adult or parent. But stuff like it's okay to like a boy if you're a boy, or it's okay to like a girl if you're a girl, or it's
We don't
okay
need a class
if
for
you
that.
feel like a
Why
boy
not?
and you're
Why shouldn't
and
we
you
have a
were
class
born
for
a
that?
girl. Like
I
that's
don't
what
even
it
get the
should be.
kids fixed.
It's
Well, like,
okay
okay, so
to be that.
my thoughts are, okay, I was very confused, right? I grew up without So when I say dad, I talk about my adopted dad, right? He's not my biological. So when I was growing up, it was just me and my mother. So I had a lot of curiosities and questions that I needed answered, for instance, without having a male that I could go to because I am a straight male. School helped with that a fuck ton. And I could ask sex questions. I could ask, why is my body reacting in this way? I think that's highly important, especially for someone that only has a straight understanding of that and they happen to not be straight. And then they're even more confused.
Yeah, it's because the acceptance saves lives.
Yeah, because then they're
quite
confused,
literally,
they're
the data
scared.
Not
shows.
more than the idea, not more than it takes. I'm sorry, but no.
Wait,
Okay,
If
hold
you
on.
can show me
Why?
that, if
Go
you
into
can
that.
show me,
Then we
yeah,
should.
if I could get more than 5 seconds, that would be great.
Yeah,
Show
we'll
me
go on
how
this.
many people ideologically, as a Christian, like unalive, and then just between the differences, since we all argue Christianity, show me the differences between people who engage in transgenderism unaliving rates and then people who engage in Christianity unaliving
Well,
rates.
okay,
And then show me the
which are
hold on, and then
discriminated
show me
against,
the
Will? Which are
fuck
discriminated
fuck
against?
fuck this
Will,
conversation.
The
I'm done
reason
with
why
it.
trans people commit more
Bigot.
suicides is because they are
Yes,
essentially,
Wellish, because you don't get accepted. I'm so fucking
so
sad. Like,
pause.
I
There-
let me
I'm fine,
finish.
'cause
Pause,
I
pause,
Listen
pause.
to this fucking
I act
bigot.
like
This
a
is
dude.
what they are all like.
No,
Every
like
one of them.
I'm not gonna
Oh, you don't
lie.
get accepted. Sad for
So-
you. Fuck you, asshole.
Will, you realize
Yeah, fuck you, Will.
during
Like,
like
honestly.
So there's
Like,
so
hold
much
on.
more that goes in than just the orientation too, though. It's not just that Christians have less suicide because they're a Christian.
Oh my god, it's almost like if I got to explain that far enough, you would have heard.
Okay, go for it. Let's let me time it. I want to hear you. Let me time this so we actually have. Do you think you'll be good with 30 seconds?
I'll be good with 30.
Okay.
15.
Let's do 30. If you get done in 15, cool. We can have the rebuttals. I'm very curious about your reasoning because I think we could come to an agreement on this.
wait, hold on. Can we let Knight up? He's like also very educated on this topic.
Okay, I'm 100% ignorant.
I feel like we don't need more voices in the room, considering
I
that we
feel like
can't
you're
even
scared
listen
'cause you're
to the three.
homophobic.
Voices that might disprove you, Will.
Well, hey, pause. A, Will has a lot going on. B, we know Will's. I want to say we know Will's intent. I want to understand why he believes what he believes, why it's true to him. I want us to share why we disagree and where we do agree, and see if we can come to that conclusion. You said Black Knight. I want to
The
hear
Black
Will
Knight.
out. I want to hear Will out really quick because he hasn't. We have all of us been cutting him off like crazy.
I mean, like,
I
when
know.
you say untrue things over and over again, like I feel like that's
I
a
agree.
good reason to cut somebody off.
I agree,
You know?
but
like
he's-
if we're debating and I say that the grass is blue, you're probably gonna be like, okay, we gotta deal with that
so
for a second.
what I do is I always say, why do you believe the grass is blue though? And then if the explanation I
What?
disagree with is, then I'll be like, okay, I don't agree with your explanation because of. Because we could
Yeah,
be wrong.
look.
We could always be wrong, right? We're skeptics.
I mean, are you a moral realist? Because this is supposedly a conversation about what we should do.
Realist, I don't know.
Okay.
I
Well-
agree with, I'm 100% pro LGBT, 1000%, but I want to know why. Like, we haven't heard why. I want to know the why.
I think Will's contentions are like teaching about it in school. Is that correct, Will?
You guys got it.
Do you want to answer the question?
I think that was a yes.
Will,
Oh, that was a yes? Okay. Did it have to come with the attitude, Will? It's okay. It's okay. We can carry on.
He does have a lot going on in life right now.
Okay.
Right,
I'll be a little
I
bit
just
I'll be a
don't
little
need-
bit more charitable.
Let me know when I can give my explanation.
Yeah, give me that. I've got it up on my phone right now. I'm gonna put it on. I'll have the timer.
You can put a timer
sound
on his thing, like if you click his name, you could put a timer there.
I don't
You can't do
see
that
an
from
option for
TikTok
that.
Studio.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
on
you
Studio.
can't?
I'm on my computer. All right, I've got 30 seconds up. We're all going to be quiet. I understand that this is an extremely sensitive topic, even more sensitive sometimes than even religion itself, but I definitely want to hear the whys. Will, after we hear your whys, I want to hear Evan first because he's got the evolutionary biology degree, and then Autumn, I want to hear you. I'm going to shut the fuck up because I'm just ignorant as shit, and then give Will more time to rebuttal it. So I'm going to set the 30 if you're ready, Will. 3, 2, 1, go.
When you're talking about teaching LGBTQ within schools, you're incurring more problems than it would solve. One, we already understand that LGBTQ is a concurrent problem with mental disabilities, which is proven via transgender being as body dysmorphia. That's proven in the DSM-5. Whether or not you dispute that evidence, talk to doctors, not me. Knowing that body dysmorphia is within the DSM-5, and you can label it as a mental condition, we understand that it has some substitute within chemicals in the brain. Whether or not we teach this, oh damn, that was 30 seconds.
Yeah, finish the sentence.
Wow. Whether or not we teach this has nothing to do with the actual sexual orientation of the individuals, and those such classes should be pursued at a selective chosen level, such as high school, where you can choose it as a selective elective, not teaching in the same ordinance where you're learning about the autonomy.
Hey, Evan.
Gender dysphoria is the word you're looking for, by the way.
Evan, do your rebuttal.
Yeah, gender dysmorphia is the word you're talking about, and so your problem is just that we teach it in schools, but I think that teaching it in high school is a perfectly reasonable thing. I was taught about different, genders or about like gender orientation and like sexual orientation and transgender people in school because it was just, and I grew up in Massachusetts. Like,
right. And you wouldn't wait. So you agree with me when I say that teaching it at a high school level as a selected elective, not teaching it in the same. Hold on.
I don't think it should be an elective to learn about people.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be an elective to. I don't think accepting people should be given as an elective. I think it should be a class that you're required.
I don't
to
think
take.
that's the burden upon the school to teach people who that they should accept
teach
and not.
people to accept other people.
Why I need to butt in. Why are you differentiating straight sex ed versus like you're treating them too differently?
First off, I don't know why everyone has this idea. You do not learn about straight heterosexual or homosexual education to an extent at any point. You only learn about your own bodily autonomy. When you are learning about sexual education, you separate the class. Oh yes, you do. I was in school just as not you. You had the girls and the guys in the same class.
We were literally in the same classroom.
Okay, well I don't even
like
what the
literally.
fuck?
We were in the same classroom. It was up on the board. First we did.
I'm so glad.
I want to say first we did women.
Yeah,
and then
I
we
mean,
did
I
men.
learned that same way. Like,
Okay, great.
Wait, hold on. I'm about to.
Yeah,
I have to
Autumn.
leave in like 5
Autumn's
minutes,
been
but
quiet.
Go ahead.
Will, look.
Yeah, that
So, in my sex ed class, at least, and I live in Illinois, and I know it varies by state because some are
Yeah.
abstinent-only states. Mine is like a combination. Like you can teach abstinence and regular sex education. We directly learned about the different types of sexual intercourse, and those were neutral as it relates to which sex is being had. So we had conversations about oral sex, what that is, what that entails. We talked about penetrative sex between male and female genitals, and then we talked about anal sex without reference to which specific person.
In a 5th grade classroom when you're learning about anatomy.
8th grade classroom.
Even 8th grade when you're learning about anatomy.
Dude,
Yeah, do you
people
realize
get-
a lot of
people have
kids are
sex in
having?
sixth
Okay,
Hold
grade.
okay,
on,
you know
Will,
what? Okay,
calm
so
down,
you know
calm
what?
down, calm
Now
down.
that
Will,
we have
kids
this,
have sex
let's look
in
at the
6th grade.
effect.
I know kids who have
Now-
had sex in 6th grade when I was 6th grade.
Yeah, hold on, Will. You
Okay,
realize
well,
kids are having
that's
sex.
terrible.
Kids
That's
are having
okay.
sex.
Wait, so that means
don't
that it's
agree with
just okay now
I
because
started
they
in
are.
No one
school.
said. Hold on. No one made an ought
I don't
claim.
think
What
it's
we're
okay,
saying is
but-
that
No, you
Still,
guys
but it
both had
happens.
men.
No,
Well,
no,
Walish had
Will,
made a claim
Will,
that his
I
friend
need you to
had
just.
had sex.
I need you to
Not
just
my
calm
friend,
down
I
because
just
I
had
haven't
people
landed
who
my
had.
plane yet.
I don't care about
No,
you landing
notice
your
how I
plane.
haven't
didn't
landed
get
my
to land
plane
mine
yet.
for 15
Notice
minutes.
how I haven't landed my
I
plane
do.
yet.
I really don't care.
Oh, you don't want to
It's
hear
so
like
bloody.
factual information? Look,
Let's hear
It's
Autumn.
people,
it's
the
okay.
average age that somebody loses their virginity is is when they're 16, which is 2 years after 8th grade. Do you think that they should have sufficient
Is
education?
16?
Yes.
Oh my God, I was younger.
Yeah, and like I was younger too. Like a
Yeah.
lot of people
Oh,
were way
great.
younger
I
when
think
they
I was
started having
12
sex.
We should
or 11.
lower
But
this,
I was
right?
11 or 12.
we should lower this.
Yeah, you're
Lower the
saying that
age
we should
people are
lower
having.
it?
Who said that?
No,
We're just
we're saying
talking
Okay,
about.
it
wait.
should
So
be
Hold on,
hold on.
Will.
Wait,
You
hold
realize
on, hold on.
even
If
hold on,
we're
Will. This
completely
is actually.
subject,
I'm
if
about to
we're
cook you. I'm about
completely
to cook you,
ignorant to
bro.
the
Because
implications,
look.
listen,
It,
if we
back
can't
during hold.
understand the implications of the very thing that we talk about, we're not understanding the argument in full. We're just saying, well, it could be taught. Yeah, I'm not arguing that it couldn't be taught, but if we're just saying that it has no effect afterwards once it's taught, that's the
It
point
doesn't,
that I'm trying
and
to
I'm gonna
get at.
demonstrate that to you.
It does
Okay,
have an
pause,
effect.
pause,
Looking
pause.
at
I'm gonna hold on. Can
How
I
much time do you
demonstrate
have,
it? Because
Autumn?
actually, when we were doing
World
abstinent
Health
only education,
Organization.
and that was
Prove
hold
them
on,
wrong.
You said
and
World
that
Health?
was pushed as federal
Yep.
law. Like the federal education system was abstinence only education, which means that they only teach about abstinence as it relates to sexual education, and that is the way that you prevent things like STDs and whatever. They
That's
didn't even
true.
really talk about those. And the rates by which people at a younger age were having sex were much higher than they are now when we have more states that include those types of things. And actually, in states that are abstinent only, we literally directly see that the kids are having sex at
Those two
younger
pieces of
ages.
information are intangible with one another. Can you prove that they're demonstrable with one another? Can you prove
Do you
that
want
one
the empirical
statistic?
data? I
Oh
can give it
no,
to
I
you.
just want you
Oh my
to.
God,
I
I
just
was
want you to
that young.
intellectualize it. Can
Will,
you prove that one of
Will,
these
you
information
want
So-
you
parts? Hold
want-
on.
you want-
Yeah,
you
I
want
can
Autumn to prove
gladly
herself,
prove it.
right?
So if,
Got
for
it.
example, your claim was true and people having comprehensive
Jesus
sex
Christ, I was
education about
young.
oral, anal types of intercourse, then we would literally directly see that people are having sex at younger ages, given you're saying that it
No,
influences
because
them
it's not
to
the
have sex.
variable
Hold
that I
on,
depended it
hold
on.
on. Given that your claim is that it influences them to have sex at younger ages, but we actually
No.
notice that when they have comprehensive sex education, they actually have sex at older ages.
No, that wasn't my claim, but
That
sure,
was your claim.
sure.
Okay, so do you concede? I actually do have to go though.
Damn.
Okay,
Well,
bye.
what was your claim then?
Oh, my claim is when you teach a newish or newer ideology in schools that has not been tested upon the younger mind and has only been suppressed through means of historical efforts and current efforts, you have a completely new thing being orchestrated on minds that is yet to be tested. I would rather, again, I just want to make this point very, 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 very clear. When you're talking about the acceptance of people, that's cool. When you're talking about sexual orientation and sex ed, that's cool at the appropriate times.
Yeah,
I do not think that
probably
it should,
two-
hold on, I do not think that it should be accelerated at any means necessary. I think right now
Okay,
it's
for
at a
sure.
good, comfortable spot. I think it needs to be debated a little more.
Will, I think that
What age
people
would you
should
do?
learn about sex ed and different sexual orientations, and being
What
trans.
age
and
would I
that's
do?
Okay. At
Not
like eighth
like
grade, they
do,
should start
but-
learning about that.
No,
They should have
yeah,
a
I get it.
comprehensive. They should have some amount of
I would do
comprehensive knowledge about it.
probably like
Because-
at the beginning of high school when you have the ability to exercise
Before high
freedom,
school,
but when you have
dude, people have
No, when you-
started having sex during
you-
high school.
I-
They should
that-
have
that-
their
that doesn't
education
mean that-
before that point.
Pause.
Hold
I want to ask, what age did you guys do regular sex ed, like male versus female and genitalia and everything?
I started
14.
in like fifth grade.
Okay, 5th grade. Me too. I was about 4th, 5th.
like the actual anatomy of their
Anatomy. Yes.
okay anatomy, that was 5th grade, and
Okay,
they
okay, so
had
we're all
separated
the
the
same.
classrooms, and they
didn't
had-
separate
Separation is
classes, yes.
interesting. We didn't separate. What? I'm
Yeah,
not gonna ask
we
that.
didn't separate
I went
classes.
to Rum River in elementary.
You're
in
good.
Minnesota.
Don't dox yourself. I
That
fucking
wasn't
love Minnesota.
doxing. It was a teacher. It was a terrible school. Super whitewashed. A lot of white people there. Like we had like one.
So, what age do you think? Okay, I've got 2 questions. First question: what age do you think would be appropriate for these new findings that we're finding of LGBT? And then also, oh fuck, I lost the second one. God damn it! I should have went with that first. Fuck. Why do you think it should be delayed in comparison to heterosexual?
Confusion and questions.
don't you think the confusion should be addressed?
It is.
Can I just say
It
one
is.
thing?
Okay,
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
Teenagers are already gonna question. Teenagers have been questioning that.
That's not the ones that I'm worried about.
Okay, go for it, Will.
Okay, like again, from 15 onward, that's not the conversation we're having right now. I believe that your brain's developed enough to experiment when you're 15. You experiment with drugs, you experiment with people. That's totally fine. That's a normal thing. That's a normal.
So shouldn't
human
we
thing
know
that you do.
before experimenting?
I would say to a certain extent, because you're dealing with the preservation of a child's innocence. We should take
I agree with that.
everything. Okay, well,
The
hold
child
on.
innocent thing.
Yeah, we should take an every account. What are you doing, kitten? Sorry. We should take into every account and every manner that a school needs to preserve a child's innocence. And I think that quality has been lost. Okay. No, like you cannot tell me or sell
Well,
me
so,
in
like-
any way that an elementary should subject a child to.
Can I make a new argument? I want to make a new argument that, for instance, like men are 90% of grape is due to men. Like men commit 90% of grape, right? If
Yeah, it's
we,
kind of because we have the thing to do so.
well, I mean, it's only I think it's 20% of men commit 90% of it. So it's only like a sliver of these douchebags, right?
Okay.
But to further add,
I'm going to respond to the second part of your question while you're intellectualizing it. So the kind of ages groups that we're looking at is from 0 to 13. All right.
Sure.
Where this is the very, very, very most
puberty
impressionable.
is starting a lot sooner though. It's like
Yeah,
10
not
now.
that-
It's like
Especially
9,
girls.
10. Yeah,
That's-
girls
okay.
are way quicker. Girls mature way fucking faster.
That's
Yeah.
honestly, if you're going to tell me, like, I really do think that that's a conversation.
Which
with the
means
parents.
Evan matured.
But
Sorry,
Actually,
brother. I
no,
love you.
I actually had stunted puberty. Or
Did
by
you
puberty,
really?
It was latent. It was latent.
Really?
I was like a
Interesting.
year behind, year or two behind. I have all sorts of weird genetic
Yeah,
mix-ups.
that's fair. I understand.
Well, anyways, well, when you're sorry, I didn't mean to like dismiss your experience there. I'm just saying when you're have these things that are progressively moving onward and you're having that area of, well, they're getting in towards puberty earlier. Puberty wasn't meant to be a thing to be taught by schools. It's just parents did such a fucking bad job at it that we had to.
Can I argue that?
Okay, 1984, changing of the school curriculum.
No, I agree with that. I'm saying like okay, when it comes to like God debates, for instance, usually debated in the house, and we try and separate church from state, which is also education in school, right?
No, not debated in the house.
The parents don't know either. So it's like, how can you expect good education from the parent when the school is the people with the curriculum, right? So if kids are going through puberty at 9 years old, and we start teaching all of it at the same time, that confusion and the suicide rate
Well, yeah.
will go down because they'll
But-
understand.
But that's the very kind of grit that we're getting at. Those two pieces are intangible with one another.
I'm curious about your
get-
separation. You separate heterosexual
Yeah.
from you separate
Well,
them.
yeah, heterosexual and homosexual sex both are included in the same realm. One produces life and one doesn't.
Oh, god damn it.
But well, I mean, sex ed is not.
Show me in
it's-
one
it's-
instance where a
brother,
homosexual...
brother.
No, it's just the way it is.
Will, no,
Brother,
I'm talking about how
no.
sex ed is for protection.
Yeah, we do
That's
have
what
some.
we learn
Yeah,
about
which is
condoms.
totally okay. But hold on, can you
We learn about
explain to me?
condoms.
Hold
Condoms
on,
protect
can you
against
explain to me?
I want
Hold on, hold
to
on.
hear. I want to hear him, and then I want to hear the STD argument as well because I
There is-
fucking agree.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with like the safe parts of it. Like it's not that this should be eliminated. It's not as binary as you guys are thinking it is.
I'm curious why you think it's not.
Okay, why
Black
it's
and
not
white.
binary? Okay, yeah. Well, when you're again talking about heterosexuality, it's two parts. It's the pursuance of love and the creation of life. When you're talking about heterosexuality or homosexuality, you're talking about the pursuance of love.
Love you, Liquid.
You can't create life homosexually.
Brother, why is that the...
Well, can you?
No.
No,
like,
agreed, but
Wait,
that's
wait,
not
so
the-
hold on. So now we understand. Hold on. Now we understand that it's separated and it doesn't have anything to do with the creation.
That doesn't
Hold
stop
on.
the biology, though.
Okay. If
Because
Yeah,
they're
like-
still interested. They're
Yeah.
still... You love who you love. That doesn't...
And like, what about
yeah,
people
but
who
when you're at
can't-
the age of feeling love, you're a little bit older than
Well,
5.
okay. eh,
Really? Were you feeling sexual relations at 5 years old?
I had a
No,
fucked
but
up...
you should. If you're, but if you're 5 years old, you might,
Should we
have a
introduce
crush on
sexual
someone.
relations to people who
No,
don't
but you
know
might have a
thereof?
crush on someone. Will at 5, you probably have a crush on someone. I did.
If
Yeah.
you
Oh,
okay,
100%, yeah.
if you
I
have a-
experimented young as shit, dude.
again, if you have
But here's the thing, and then I had-
hold on. We are getting into so many different things that
I
have so
know,
many different
so many
outliers.
openings.
Yeah.
It's just that because we constantly go into, well, it's affected by this, even though this has 15 different variables it's affected by. So hold on. One, when you're talking about like periods with like a 10-year-old girl, that conversation should be held with a mother. That conversation shouldn't be held in a classroom full of kids embarrassing.
Can I
them.
pause you? I want to pause you. I just had a comment on YouTube from WRPHL, and I hear this a lot from many of the LGBT, including Evan. I don't know, Evan, how old you were, but the comment is, I knew I was trans at 4. Like, when you start getting these interests and crushes,
I've
that is
never
when
felt
you
like
should
a
learn.
guy
to say-
or a girl.
To say
I've
that,
never felt like a guy or a girl.
yeah,
It just so
I-
happens that I'm also intersex.
well,
Like,
to say that your body and your mind had not fed into a social normality is the very difference between sex and
my
gender.
parents, dude, I never felt like a guy or a girl. I always had crushes on boys and girls. And guess what? I told
That's
my mom,
cool.
oh, I have a crush on a boy, and my mom said, okay.
That's cool.
Which is
That-
very
that-
healthy,
and
and,
that-
Evan
like,
is
okay,
very
But that's
good.
healthy.
He's
It's
he's
healthy to
happy.
be accepting.
Right. Okay. Back to what. Okay. Just when you're talking about it in an environment that is much, much bigger and much, much more fresher, like you got to remember the environment that you're exposing children to. Do you know how exposing children to sexual education at a younger age affects them?
I
Do
agree
we
that
know
you
that?
can over sexualize by teaching too early, but
Okay.
if someone starts having interests at, let's say, 10, okay, let's just say 10 as an average. That was around my age, and a guy likes another guy, for instance,
Kick the can down the road.
and you refuse to teach them that it's natural and how and
Not that you're
why,
refusing.
they're going to be confused, scared.
Well,
they're
that's-
going
that's
to
the thing.
test without any
You're thinking
safety.
you're thinking so binary. Like that's the thing. I'm not saying a refusal of teaching. I'm saying kick the can down the road until their brain's a little more developed.
But
There's-
they're going to
there's-
experiment.
They can experiment upon their own accords, but you're talking way too quickly.
That's where I agree with
You're
Evan. That's
talking-
where
but
STDs
hold on,
come
you're
in.
still-
and
It
But
puts them
hold
in
on, you're
danger.
still talking way too quickly. You're getting into way too quickly. Okay, first off, like if you're talking about 10-year-olds experimenting homosexually, that is a very, very bad environment that has been created. No child no, I don't care what kind of cringe face you want to put on it. Any 10-year-old that's engaging in sexual activities, that's a fucking crime. That's bad. That is a bad thing. You
agree.
can't fucking, I'm sorry. At
I
what point,
agree.
Evan, and at what point, Cody?
Will, here's the thing. Here's
Okay,
the thing.
okay, then we can agree that it should be taught in high school.
No, I'm saying.
No?
Will, here's the thing.
Personally,
If
I agree with
someone-
elementary.
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
I don't think that like how sex works
should be taught at like elementary, but I think it should be taught in like middle school, like 6th to 8th grade, where it should.
What
be,
age is
that's what it's taught.
elementary and
But
middle?
but
What
like
what is it? What age?
telling
Okay,
kids,
elementary
hey,
is
it's
from
okay to
0
like
to
a
like
guy if you're a guy,
12.
or telling girls that it's
0
okay to like girls,
isn't it
or
like
it's
5
okay
to
like
11?
if you feel
Let me
like a
look it up.
boy, tell your parents
5
or
to
tell a trusted adult. You know, if you're like
And many
born a
don't
girl.
trust adults. I didn't.
Exactly. That's why it's okay. That's why we should tell kids, hey,
So
it's
what
okay
happens?
to tell trusted adults.
Yeah.
5
Okay.
to
So
10.
what happens?
5 to 10 for elementary.
5 to 10 for elementary
I
school.
would
okay.
agree with elementary starting. Personally, I don't see any harm necessarily in
Yeah.
that. I
I mean,
agree
For
that there could be
anatomy,
harm
again,
anatomy, but also like
we
10 years old
separate.
though. Like let's look up
That's
puberty.
so bad. That's so bad. 10-year-olds learning about sex.
Okay, pause.
learning about
So
anatomy
puberty
and
typically
saying-
starts puberty starts between 8 and 13. So like 10 years old is not drastic at all.
For learning about like bodily changes.
Okay, so again, we get back into this topic of norms, and I feel like we need to get our definitions and our shit down before we keep going
Sure.
into this. Okay, first off, teaching bodily autonomy.
Anatomy.
First, it's
Let's define autonomy and anatomy.
Autonomy is like what you do with your body.
no, it's not the pursuance
Okay,
thereof.
that's our
Yeah.
problem. Okay, let me bring up the actual autonomy definition.
Autonomy.
Okay, autonomy,
Autonomy
the
is
right or condition of self-government. So Evan's correct on that one. Let's do
Okay.
anatomy. Okay, definition. Let's do the branch. Sorry, one sec. The branch of science, the bodily structure of an organism.
Right. So we're talking about the pursuance thereof. You're talking about the pursuance of sex. All right, and you're talking
You're talking
about
about the pursuance of
Hold-
like learning about different anatomy.
that. That would be anatomy. I'm talking about autonomy right now. Sexual orientation.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're gonna. This is not. Doesn't mean in like elementary school. That's not talking about.
Okay,
Having
wait.
sex, that's
Let's
talking
just
about-
fuck this.
Will,
Fuck this, Phil
Will.
Bro terms. We're just gonna speak in layman terms. All right.
Yeah, Will.
Sex versus gender. Okay.
Will
Teaching
Will,
gender
Will,
and
no, I'm
teaching
talking about
sex.
sexual orientation. Will, sexual orientation does not mean sex. Sexual orientation means oh, I
Right,
like a
right,
guy.
Gawalish. I'm glad that you've kept up. It doesn't mean the same thing. That's why
But
we're
telling
separating. it.
kids it's okay to like a guy if you're a guy is fine if you're in
That
fifth
doesn't
grade.
mean that it has to be included in teaching them with what their balls are made of. Like-
Elaborate.
Okay, so when you're teaching sex ed, you go, this is your epidermis, this is your fucking protein valve, this is your whatever, this
I'm
is your
not saying
dick,
it should
this
be
is your.
taught in
Hold on,
exactly
hold on,
sex
hold
ed,
on, hold on.
but it should
So
be
when you're
related.
learning, hold
I
on.
want to hear it, Will.
It should be related
Okay.
in the curriculum of
You got it.
schools.
I mean,
Like-
I agree with Evan, but I want to hear Will's.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay. When you're talking about the actual anatomy of somebody, you're showing them what this is very, very different from showing them how it works, right? We agree on that?
Yes.
I
Okay.
don't know if I agree with that.
Okay, Cody,
No,
how do
actually,
you
no, I don't agree at all. Actually,
Because like,
Okay.
if I explain a penis,
if you're
for
learning about the
instance,
lungs, if you're learning about the lungs, you don't.
Okay,
you
so if
talk
I-
about you talk about the different parts of the lungs, and then you talk about
I wouldn't
how the
talk
lungs
about
work.
how I
Yeah.
can smoke, right?
No,
I mean,
talk about
yeah,
Right,
I
wait,
was.
wait, hold on,
like,
hold on.
Like,
So
we're
wait,
talking about the
hold on.
lungs. We're
Just,
not.
like,
I'm not going to
intellectually
just say
relating it.
this is the part of the lungs and not
Right.
elaborate.
Right,
We'll say
right.
the
So
diaphragm
hold on,
contracts,
hold on.
creating
It's
negative
not an
pressure,
elaboration.
and that
It's
sucks
different
in
thing.
oxygen.
Well, hold
Well,
on.
that's
That's
the
the thing.
air.
It's not an elaboration of the autonomy. It's what you're doing with it. So if I'm saying that this is your lungs, this is your trachea, and this is your valves that go into your lungs, that's different from me telling you that smoking goes into your trachea, and then smoking affects this.
But it
That's
all-
two different things. I know that it all relates with the same things. I understand that. I know it all relates and has to deal with your lungs. I get it. I get it. Trust me, I do. You guys aren't getting, though, the one point that it's teaching about smoking rather than what your lungs are.
what your lungs are and what your dick is doesn't need to be expanded on any more than it already is.
I disagree with that.
Okay,
Well,
go.
no, because yeah, exactly. Like kids are hitting puberty.
Well,
8 to 13.
let's go into
Which means
lungs.
that kids are getting like. I mean, it's weird. to talk
Lung
about it, but we
wise,
have to
when
talk
you're
about it.
learning about a
Kids are
lung,
getting
you got to
hard.
learn about the health of a lung as well and what causes
Yeah.
harm to said lung and what is okay for said lung. So if you're talking
Exactly.
about sex, for instance, you're talking about a genital, a penis. You're going to talk about what the penis is, what it does, how it works, and then what's okay and what's dangerous.
Because
Right.
like a kid could be growing hair
Is
like in their
heterosexual sex
genitalia,
or
and they could be
homosexual
super
sex?
confused and scared.
Wait,
And then they learn about
Hold
what
on,
that
hold
stuff
on, hold
does.
on, hold on. It's not that they're scared of homosexual or heterosexual sex. They're not different on any on the same standard that heterosexual sex should be conceded as the same standard as homosexual sex should be conceded. It's not that the two different kinds of sex should be taught at different rates. No, that's not at all. Both kinds of sex shouldn't be taught at the should be probably taught at the same time. I think you're teaching about the difference between male and female sex and intercourse. That should be taught at the same time. No, right?
Okay, so you agree that they should be taught all at the same time at least?
Yeah. Yes. That's I've
Okay.
never told no on that.
You just
point.
don't
You
agree
guys have
that they should be
you guys
taught
have
at
So the
exploded this
age
way
is
out-
what you don't agree with.
Yes. Oh my
Period.
God, you guys have totally blown this way out of proportion. Again,
You use the
okay,
word
hold on.
As
hold
a
on.
friend, I want to say this
Yeah.
nicely, but I really feel like you're backpedaling.
Okay, well, okay. Even if you do, I can let's just refine into
Sure.
the point. We buck
Okay.
heads. It's totally all right.
Okay, so
When you're
it's just the age that you don't agree with. But you
Age
do agree
and
that they should be
what-
taught.
Yeah, age of what you're teaching is in very direct coordinates to how your brain develops. I don't think that that's been researched enough.
Okay.
I think that it should be in college classrooms more. I think that this conversation is a pressing issue to people
It
that
should be
need
a
to
thing in
figure
high
it out
school.
with younger minds.
It's been the latest I would go is freshman year of high school.
No, not for when you're talking about like the philosophy and instituting it into communities. That's a college level talk.
Maybe
College?
philosophy, but like talking about it's okay to be gay.
No, I mean like publishing papers on it and shit. Like the actual fucking like neurology behind it. I'm telling that's what needs to be pushed into college conversations. Not fucking okay to be gay. That's something a teacher
That's
can
what I've
tell
been
that's the
you.
talking about.
argument.
I've been saying we should tell kids it's okay to be gay,
Yeah.
it's okay to be lesbian, it's okay to be trans.
That's the
That
argument.
doesn't need to be. Well,
That-
yeah, and I'm
that's what
saying
this
that
whole
doesn't-
argument has been about.
I know, and you
correct or
guys
not?
have, and I know, and I'm saying that is totally okay. It's not just. It doesn't need to be expanded on to the class of anatomy. It doesn't need to be expanded on earlier.
So it
There's
should be
not a.
taken
You
whole-
Like, I
cannot
think
show
that's
me
where we
a.
disagree.
Okay, show me a burden
Okay.
upon individuals that do not receive. Show me like this burden is of a significance between the ages of 8 to 10.
Yeah,
8 to 10 I couldn't show you because
the
that's when
desire of
people, 'cause people
crushes and
don't have
Well, no. I'm not
what-
saying that
sex.
what the desire. No.
Actually, no. I do
Well, you're saying that there is a desire of sex, so I want to know.
No, I'm
like,
talking about is a desire of love. Sex is not love. Sex is
what?
can come with love, or love can come with sex.
Okay,
But
valid.
that's not. But sex is not mutually exclusive to love, nor is love mutually exclusive.
I'm
to
sorry.
sex.
You have sex with
valid.
somebody that you don't love.
Well, I mean that is
Yeah.
absolutely a possibility. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
you ever heard of a hookup?
Oh well, okay, but that's
I
still
don't.
you
if
can.
I
Well,
hook up
hold
with
on, but
someone,
hold
I
on.
don't love them.
You still
I like them.
hold
I'm
on,
attracted to
hold
them,
on,
but
hold
I
on.
don't
You love,
love
but
them.
hold on. You love the feeling you get from it, though. There's
Right, but
still
that's
okay,
biology.
But hold on.
That's
Okay,
biological
okay,
endorphins,
okay.
and I wouldn't say I love it. I like
Oh,
it. Like, I mean, I probably get I probably get similar hormones and endorphins
Yeah.
released when I like fucking eat food or whatever. I
Probably.
like food, but I don't love
Agreed,
food in
Morelia.
the same way. Like
Probably.
the romantic love is not directly the same. Is not directly, it can correlate with it, but it's not mutually exclusive to sex.
Yeah. I
Okay.
agree.
Like That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
you
about.
got it, bro.
Telling kids it's okay to like a boy if you're a boy. That's what I'm talking about.
I know it's always so simple, but then it explodes into something so complex, right? Now you're
Well,
backpedaling.
here's the thing. If a fifth grader, I worked with kids for a little bit. If a fifth grader like would talk to me and say, "Hey, what's sex?" I would say, "Talk to your parents about it." Very
Really?
calmly.
Right?
That
But you're
that's
saying that we need to teach about it in schools at that age?
no. I'm saying that we
Okay,
should
then
teach.
stop
I'm not
objecting to
talking
me,
about.
Walish.
But
Like, what are you objecting
if someone says
about?
to me, "Is it okay to like a boy?" I said, I mean, I have no problem
Okay,
with
I
it.
don't care, Walish. What are you objecting to?
I'm objecting to you saying that it. Are you saying it's not okay to to teach kids like in like social studies class that
Social-
being gay is okay?
I mean, I would
Do
prefer
you
they.
disagree with that?
I would prefer they learn the history of like gay. I would
Mariella, that's
prefer
rough.
that they learn like how it came to be and the struggles that they
Social studies
went. I
talks
would
about
rather that they talk
injustice.
about the histories.
Social studies talks about
Yeah,
injustice.
I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, sure. I
People
would
who are
rather
gay
they
have faced
teach.
lots of
Social
injustice.
studies isn't literally just about injustice. It's about
No,
histories.
but
It's the
of
study of
course not,
socials.
Will. Of
Okay,
course,
so
it's not
then
just
what do you?
about that, but it includes that.
Again, okay, so when we both agree that they should teach the history, what are you objecting to?
I'm talking about they should also teach it's okay to be gay. If you're a boy and you like a boy, it's okay.
When
Don't
did
feel
I say it
ashamed.
wasn't?
Are you saying that should be? Do
Are
you
you
disagree
concept?
that people should be taught it's okay to be gay, or at least told by their teachers it's okay to be gay?
They can be told it's okay to be gay. I never objected to that.
What about it's okay to be trans?
I again never objected to that.
Okay, I think we just had a huge miscommunication then.
Yeah, again, I'm still wondering what you're objecting to because when I'm talking about the eras of when they're being taught is a little bit different. That's why I'm not understanding why you guys thinking it's so binary between the fact of no, you can't say anything about it versus no, the way it is taught as a class should be held into a specific standard that needs to be researched are very two different things.
Okay. But until that research comes out,
Which it needs to.
I mean, then
And how does research like that come out? College
Funding.
classrooms, right?
funding too?
Well, yeah, funding for research and independent organizations. And
I feel like
NGOs and
we've
whatnot.
come. Let's find a conclusion here.
I think we can really more. I mean, I think it's a lot of it we agree on.
There's nothing
But-
that I morally agree on. I'm just saying it's too preemptive to issue it and change the curriculum of classes thereof right now at that young impressionable age. Right now, we can probably change high school curriculums and we can probably change college curriculums. And I'm not saying that we have to completely smother it out of schools and burn the books like some Schnazis. I'm just saying that we don't need to move as fast as we're moving without knowledge of what we're doing.
Okay. All right. All right. I can get the reasoning. Yeah. No.
Like I said, it's very, very new. Being gay, that is like on a wide spectrum, that is very, very new to be accepted in. That's a very, very new thing in, well, as society, you know, like even women having rights, that's a new thing. Like, so weird to say it, but women didn't have credit cards in the 70s to kind of like.
I would argue
conceptualize
the
it.
biology isn't new though.
Biology isn't new, but also, you know,
'Cause
homo and
Through
heterosexual.
all of history, like even the Roman Empire,
Gay people have
men
existed
were,
always.
yeah, it
Trans
was
people have always
very
existed. You know.
prominent.
Like,
Weren't
we have
Chinese
direct
people
evidence
gay?
of trans people and gay people.
Weren't Chinese soldiers gay because how many times they fucked each other out in the fields or out
Well,
in the
no,
battle?
I'm talking about the Greeks.
Oh well, yeah,
Being
Chinese were a
homosexual
little
was
bit,
very
little bit
acceptable.
before the Greeks, but yeah.
Yeah, true. But I mean, we have. I'm pretty sure we have like fucking caveman of sex.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, you're telling me a caveman didn't get curious one day and stick a finger up his bum?
Yeah, it probably happened a couple times.
Toilet paper is new. Can you believe that?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, it's kind of getting late.
Yeah. Need to end stream
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
right,
go
see ya.
debate some fucking dumbasses. I'll see y'all later. Great convo.
That was
See ya.
pretty fair. I appreciate you guys. All right, Evan.
I think we just like had a big miscommunication in a lot of that.
I've definitely got thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, I
So do I.
appreciate y'all.
So yeah, love you.
Complete for you today, tomorrow, so probably stream tomorrow as well.
I might be able to come on later. It depends. Yeah, because I'm going to watch a movie with my girlfriend. So
Valid as hell. All right, appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time. If you're in the Discord, you'll know when. Love you all. Hopefully we can go live tomorrow as well.